We're live at Lizard's Field on location right this second.
Right this second.
And we're waiting because, there's hail outside.
These days the hurricanes just keep coming.
They're the size of footballs, mate.
Yeah, I can't tell. I'm terrible at weather. Is this hurricane? Is
it one of those tornado bits?
Oh, tornado! One of those whirly dudes.
The whirly dudes. I saw number 15 the other day. He was doing a tornado.
Oh, you're talking about Fiedelander.
Yup.
Fiedelander.
Just the
massive cock on that man, mate.
Yeah.
Massive cock. You can see it through his shorts.
You're right. It's the best part about the game.
I put a smile right on your puss.
It really would. I've heard that people in the South use that for face. Is that what you mean?
Well, how else do you use it, mate?
Well, see, I use it to talk about anyways. So, you should check out the Lizards and Locations social media. Because when they're not playing football, they're on the social media.
They're located.
Yep. On Twitter and Instagram. I think they have a Facebook, don't they?
Well, I should hope so. It's fucking 2022, mate.
But sometimes they're actually playing games, when we're not being blasted apart by thunder bits.
But... thunder bits.
New spell, trademark.
I want to see it on my desk next week. No excuses. I want pictures of Spider-Man.
But anyways,
it was nice.
On social media, because, we post fun stuff every day. And you should support us on YouTube. On Patreon.
Twitter. or wherever you get your podcasts.
And remember, Granny's tight. So, welcome back to Lizards and Locations. We are session 10 of Strixhaven, Syllabus of Shenanigans here going on. In case our wonderful, illustrious, amazingly commentators of the sport of football, of which one I'm not exactly sure, didn't mention, we are wearing pink in honor of breast cancer awareness. It is October for us, right? So we wanted to make sure that we represent.
Don't let your titties kill you.
They can't see you because it's on my camera, but he pointed at the camera.
Don't let the titties kill you!
There it is. That was actually very good. I like the shot. I could have really just got a good facial on that one.
That's always the goal, a good facial.
Without further ado, previously on Lizards and Locations, our lovely ladies faced off against a foe that was once a loved friend, the racing toads, that became giant feral toads. After killing two of the toads, R.I.P. Crystal and Sasha, they investigated and they found an oily black substance that was actually quite familiar for them when they fought way back in Orientation Day when they fought the Mimic-esque creature. This one, although, had a sweet smell to it, a little bit different. With the help of some of our other peer students and talking to Professor Ruxa, we came to the conclusion that this substance was modified, sweeter, made to be more enticing for the creatures to ingest. And the other thing we kind of found out was actually a relevation for cotton candy, because we went back to our rooms, and should also mention, by the way, that Jimothy has returned to Astra, and Billy Harmon is with Cotton. We returned to our respective our dorms, and there, sleep came to us, but for some of us, a little bit more nefarious.
Oh.
And in these dreams, Cotton was paid a visit from a familiar voice, and you were told a few things, but probably the most important or, prevalent information that revealed itself was that the creator of the substance is no other than the person talking to you in your sleep. With that being said, we return, waking up on day 2 of the second 10-day, day 12, if you will, of Oasis. What would you guys all like to do?
Time for a morning run.
Do you think we should join them on the run this morning? That face tells me no.
Maybe.
Are you guys up before, with us? Because, we're probably, standing by the door, stretching.
We know where you are, and we're probably in the room not near you.
Sure. You're in your own room. That you share.
And I'm mostly making a joke because I know that we don't want to joke.
Okay. I mean, you're welcome to. Okay.
Cool.
Just the
Alright,
two of you? The huge?
Yeah, we gotta get our energy in, get some eggs, some bacon, some toast, leave some for our friends as always, but
So you eat before the run? Or
yeah, you gotta fuel up.
Her load.
Yeah, but you can't, if you run before you eat, then you're just gonna get tired real quick and that's it.
Okay. Good
Or
make our
faint on the side of the road.
athletic checks.
Or faint on the side of the road, yes. That's a 1. That's
Wow.
a natural 1.
I rolled a 5.
Speaking of passing out on the side of the road.
Let me make sure I put my athletics check in it.
Oh no.
While she's checking that, just a reminder, we did level up to level 4. All of our stuff has been updated, correct, on our D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are using a few homebrew spells from good old Kibble's Tasty in their Patreon content. So, excited about that.
11.
11? Okay, so with the 11 and a natural 1, you destroy your sister. And if that was
passed on the ground.
that was enough, you would feel pretty good. But you feel a little sluggish compared to usual.
Yeah.
But damn, you destroy your sister. I
And she
mean,
passed out, and you had to carry her
I got-
back to the door.
I'm putting this tally
Stitch,
in the scoreboard.
Stitch,
I'm
Stitch.
definitely not
this
sure.
is one of those rare moments where Greta, going on her morning run, who sucks at cardio, negative dexterity.
Can I use dexterity?
Huh? It wouldn't make a difference with natural 1.
Fucking true.
But even with this, Greta is just lapping you. I mean, this is an event to be behold. Yeah.
What is
So-
she eating?
Wow.
I'll have what she's having.
Raw eggs.
that'll
Did she
do
take
it.
a carbo injection? What is that going on there?
She has the Rocky montage.
Every morning,
So, you return from your runs, your workout, feeling you a lot more sluggish than usual, right? And for Vassy, feeling accomplished, but always can do better, right? That sense of, ooh, we're 1 week closer to Mage Tower's opening game, so...
I just want you to know how tempted I was to use a lucky to roll
I
that.
thought about it in my head, I was like,
When they get back, I see that they're all super worn out and sweating, and I'm like, oh my god, you guys look like you worked really hard. That must have been really impressive this morning.
It was just a normal day. Every day is it's not about being impressive, it's about running and doing it. Because I also had a...
do it!
They also had a...
Andrew Shia LaBeouf.
Don't let your memes be dreams. Don't let your dreams be
Yesterday,
memes.
you said tomorrow.
Anything for you? Are you relaying any information? Are you...
So guys, I had this dream last night. I kind of meditated and asked my patron exactly what he thought that I should do with the kind of goo that I picked up, because I really want to make candy out of it, but you're right, it does seem a little bit unsafe. And they were kind of like, yeah, it might not be the safest thing to do in order to eat it, but Grayson does seem kind of like a dick, and so maybe you should feed it to him. Wait, no, they didn't say that.
You asked her what?
I love it when people say that I'm right.
A who?
Who?
Who? Huh?
What? Yeah, so they were telling me that they invented this goo, and they wouldn't tell me why, because apparently that wouldn't be very much fun. And so we should just kind of like look into it and see what happens, and maybe we try feeding it to Billy again in a very controlled environment where we can like keep him calm.
Is someone breaking into your window?
Is this the same person with the hand?
Oh my goodness, their hand is so beautiful. It's like covered in tree bark, right? And there's these beautiful little lemon balm leaves and then like green painted nails. Isn't that pretty?
Pretty weird.
Cotton candy, I'm freaking out.
I also, like, while I was saying that, turned my arm into it.
Yeah.
Somehow
Stand-
less weird. Somehow.
Vasty just takes. Vasty's more caught up in. Vasty's stupid. She's more caught up in. Somebody was in your room.
Oh no, so I came out here after you all were asleep because I didn't really want to disturb you. And I sat down and I kind of meditated, and Billy helped me quite a lot. And they came to me and they just helped me work through some things.
Would
Billy told you that Billy Harmon doesn't like what's his face?
I think that is true even if Billy didn't say it.
so
What?
it's been a couple of times now where Cotton Candy has kind of described a strange dream
dream.
where
Yep.
they've like interacted with somebody like on a conscious level.
Yep.
Is there a check I could make to like try and discern that might be like an actual thing that I should be concerned about, or is this just like is it like an insight check? Is that like an investigation
It's
check?
definitely something based along the lines of intelligence.
Okay.
I would say, because you're such an avid reader, do a history check and see if there's any cases of books,
Okay.
that you've read about.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so I rolled an 11 plus history, which is a 15.
15 total. Okay.
Yes.
So with the 15, you know that magic comes in multitude of ways, right? Besides the division of the types of magic, there is origins of magic. And so you, personally, have natural things about you, but a lot of what you are is this, and learning, right? You've heard of people who are just born with extreme natural powers, but there are other people who are granted power by a patron, if you will. And this is dotting along the lines of the third
Okay.
that you're learning about here.
Okay.
And with a 15, I'd say that you could probably name a few different types of patrons.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
You see, some people are just born with power, and then some people have power
Oh no,
thrust upon them.
she didn't ask this. This is
This
me,
is more of
Andrew,
like internally
asking,
thinking.
asking John how much can my character know without me enforcing the information, because I know it personally. Like Andrew knows that, but I'm just asking how much does Astra know?
Yeah.
She's not going to actually say anything.
Do we think that we should do an experiment where we make little candies and feed them to Grayson and see if he dies? Oh, wait.
You had me at
That
experiment.
wasn't right.
You had me at experiment.
Maybe we feed them to Billy in a place where we can keep him calm, and we let him get really large and see how long it takes him to shrink back.
And then feed Grayson to him.
Are you that against Grayson too?
I mean, that guy's a dick.
Grayson was in your room?
No.
Mr. Tiger Man can suck a dick.
That
You
would
want
be...
to grow Billy again?
I mean, it could be good. Like, if he actually was willing to, like, be friendly with us while he was big, it could be, like, a really big help.
I think what we need to do is make sure that he's fed beforehand, because From what I'm assuming you told us what the frog said. If not, stop me. Because like what Farah said was the reason the frogs tried to eat us was that they were hungry, which sounds reasonable, if a bit rude. But if we could just feed them beforehand, make sure that they're not going to be hungry when we embiggen them, it shouldn't be a problem. And also, we'll have more stuff to feed them.
That makes sense to me.
Farah, make a nature or animal handling check, whatever you're better at.
Let's see.
Aren't they both wisdom?
Yeah, but you'd be proficient.
Actually, no.
One is
Actually,
wisdom,
nature is
one is
intelligence.
19.
19 total.
Yeah.
Okay. Based on you were talking to Billy Harmon, correct? Billy Harmon, right?
Yeah.
Based on what Billy Harmon was relaying to you, the feeling of them feeling hungry, all of a sudden, may not have been that they hadn't eaten before, but more of when your body changes so drastically, you go through crazy metabolism surges. So just like a speedster has to use, would have to eat a lot more, right? Something was going on there metabolism-wise. The feral nature is just basic first tier of Maslow hierarchy of needs. But
Mr. Fancy Man from Maslow's hierarchy.
You don't want to know what's on the base of my fucking Maslow's
Pussy.
hierarchy. God damn it! God damn it!
You said, do you want to guess?
You did invite this.
you did invite.
I didn't even finish my sentence.
You did invite
Stole
this.
my bit.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Obviously, the toad would know that, but you understand animals, right?
So Farrah's gonna tell everyone this. Well, because they were bigger, they were hungrier, and she'll kind of talk about the metabolism and all that stuff like that. So maybe we just
We finished our sentences, even when we don't
need
want
to bring in something big enough for them to eat when they change. Why are we doing this again?
Maybe we just need to focus that rage.
Science.
Yeah. We just need to focus that rage on people we don't like
What?
Grayson or the Star Spawn.
Are you trying to get us kicked out of school?
I
There
want-
was star spawn in your room?
No, there's Star Spawn in the Sedgemoor, where we have to go every week and fight them for Mr. Valentine. But we could use the frog and we just aim his hunger at the Star Spawn.
There's actually in your room is going to be an excellent meme, I can already tell.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, my patron.
You're who?
I don't know how I can be more clear than patron.
They're the thing that gives them their magic.
I know no other words to describe patron better than patron.
That's a good reference.
Don't worry
very
about it.
obscure
Don't worry about it, okay?
Your patron was in your room?
I mean, technically we had the conversation out here in the living room. But I'm not sure they were really here, on this plane.
Wait,
They're communicating through magic.
have you never had ephemeral beings come into your room and speak to you before?
What beings?
No. What?
It's really strange that you haven't. It's a very common occurrence.
Effeminate beings? Like Astra?
What are you accusing me of?
What? I mean, they can be, but it's not a requirement.
What?
I'm so confused.
What are these ethereal beings doing exactly again?
She said effeminate.
No, she didn't. But
Oh.
even if that were the case, I mean, if you're having effeminate beings in your room, congratulations, fucking hit that shit. But also no.
Oh, that's how I have it. I don't
Ethereal's
think I
what I
deserve the fist bump.
That's what I meant, ethereal.
I thought that's what you said.
We'll have to change that.
That's fine.
She said ephemeral.
I would-
Greta seems to like you,
Very
but I
short
wouldn't call
time.
Greta effeminate,
not
really.
ethereal.
But ethereal and ethereal are similar.
That's fine. That's fine. I was was grammatically correct.
Who cares?
It's fine.
We're being pedantic for fun on the internet.
Listen, okay, I'm a charisma of 20. I'm trying to flex it.
It was great. I loved it. And then the effeminate part just worked well. Anyways,
I'm just
broke me.
And then it died.
My favorite idiot bit is mispronouncing the word you just said to me.
It's a good one. I think we should move past the explanation of said phenomena and move directly into the analysis of this strange goo that we found.
Would you like me to make candies to feed to Billy?
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying. Better the frog than us. For now, I guess. If we're the first person who gets to try, it will be you. It's fine. It's fine.
We're
Is it
going
though?
to feed the goo to someone other than Billy? I thought we decided that was a bad plan.
If it turns out to be fine. If.
Okay.
Large
Are we going
if.
to do the test here in our room? Or
Well,
go
now
find,
I
like,
love
a
it.
scientific lab?
I think.
Not in our room.
Not in our room.
Is this not something we should consult with Professor Ruxa first?
Maybe
The
we
bear?
consult with Professor Valentine.
Yeah.
To be fair.
I bet Professor Valentine would get
The
on board.
weirdo?
He would get on board super quick.
To be fair.
He would.
Professor Ruxa did say it was a good idea to taste it.
Ugh.
We
As
get
much
it
as that
both.
hurt me physically to hear at the time. Now that
It
we've
hurts me physically now.
Yeah. Now that we've moved past that particular stage, though, and we're actually unless we don't want to investigate this at all, and if Faerun wants us to get rid of it, that's a perfectly valid argument that I am receptive to.
I am less receptive. I love you, darling, but I really, really prefer to test things.
I feel like her patron wouldn't let us do things that are inherently dangerous to her.
Yes, my patron would
What's
not
the
want me
opposite of
to die.
Patrony? Patrony? Yeah.
I definitely have
Good
never
question.
heard that word, but it is an excellent
Yeah.
question.
Charge?
There we go. Their charge. I'm sure they
Yeah.
wouldn't lead their charge down a way that would injure them or
For sure,
inherently
they
harm
would
their.
never want me to die.
Well, that's less encouraging.
I see a pretty
I'm
pink.
not really sure I can, but... Anyways,
Even less encouraging. However, I am still on board for the experiment. For the frog, not you.
Aww.
so where are we doing this?
Not in my room.
Oh, I know a perfect place to do this.
Grayson's kitchen.
Yes, but also the Arithmodrome would be a great place.
Oh, okay.
The area inside kind of warps to what you need at the time, so we could go in there
Oh, that's
and request in our brain space a laboratory that we could take this.
It's like a room full of things that you require.
It's like a thing that we're not going to reference because we don't like that particular storyline.
100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Rolling.
Anyways,
It's like that copyrighted thing that you just said.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like the Matrix. How about that?
Now, do we have classes today? Probably.
Yes, we should
Oh.
probably get going.
Should we go to class and then do this after class?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll meet you guys at the Arithmodrome at lunch, perhaps? Unless you guys have anything to do afterwards.
I mean, I have horticulture, but technically it's a club. Although you know who would be into fun science experiments with food. The horticulture club.
Yeah, you've got a point there. I'm not sure I trust them entirely, honestly.
Okay. Although they'd be kind of sad because there's only like 2 other people in the horticulture club, and if I didn't show up, that would be a real.
What time is the horticulture club?
Evening 1.
We should do it after that then. That's fine.
You can all come. I'm sure they wouldn't mind.
I think we got homework to do. Maybe. We'll see. It depends on how the classes go for the day.
Astra. Homework.
Over horticulture club? That's so boring.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm here at the fucking world reality warping academy of super magical super scientists to learn some shit.
I know, okay, I know.
About
I'm gonna
plants
do it.
and mind-altering drugs. Oop, wait, what?
And like I said, if I have time for mind-altering drugs and plants after my homework, I'm more than receptive to that. However, if the homework takes more precedent and therefore takes more time than your plants and mind-altering substances, that's just how it is.
Wait, what?
So
Day
do we
is it?
smoke the Mallar's leaf before or
Day two.
after the science experiment with T-Frog?
I have
After.
wrestling at evening too.
Probably after.
All right.
Actually, maybe before for me.
So we're going to classes?
Yeah, we're going to classes.
All right. So the first one up, just like last time we did this, we're going to kind of montage a little bit for the week, talk or tell you what's kind of going on in the week in the first day you have that class, and then we'll montage it from there.
Okay.
So first up, I have us ready for is History of Magic and Art, because two of our people have that together, which is Astra and Farah. You guys are meeting at the Biblioplex, in which typically when you guys do lab, you go to Opus Walk, but if there is lab on that one, which there's not. So between Biblioplex and Opus Walk, we always meet at Biblioplex first. As you guys arrive at History, Magic, and Art, which is Central Campus, obviously for now, so it's pretty easy. You see Arkin Menexus playing a harp, his dragon wood harp that he always has with him, with the blades on the ends. He's kind of got one leg up playing the harp, kind of just looking across. Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
Just fucking cock forward, man. Nice.
So, how's, gosh, I feel like I haven't seen you in like a 10-day. How's everybody been? He's kind of just, getting the feel of the classroom as students are walking in. And, saying, hello, what'd you do this weekend?
How many times did we almost die? Like 3?
Oh, encountering death. That's always a fun adventure.
You heard about the frog incident?
No, I haven't yet.
There were 2 frog incidences.
Sorry, what was the first one, if you don't mind me asking?
We had a lab for magical physiologies where we had to go through and find some herbs to try and try and heal one of the griffins.
Oh, Professor Verlo Delang, huh? Gosh, man, that's a fun one. So you guys, week 2.
It's not fun. The griffins almost died.
You're talking week 2. Probably talking Basilisk this week, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. She's pretty predictable in her schedule.
Did she poison the
Yeah, that's like kind of what I'm thinking. Like, why is it so regular? What?
So griffins are never actually sick. We didn't look at them.
I mean, I'm hoping that's the case.
So you guys you were getting some balms and stuff like that, healing ointments and such, salves. And you found giant frogs?
Yeah, they were bullymongers and giant frogs, and they almost ate 2 or 3 of us, I guess, and then they didn't, which was nice.
Yeah, they're a little territorial, those bullywugs, So be careful when you go into Sedgemoor, especially if you go into the northeastern district of it, right around the detention bog. You know what I'm talking about? That they can get a little ferocious there. So these giant frogs, obviously, no one got too badly injured, right?
No, but we're all still here.
Okay, that's good.
Still got all the digits.
All the digits, huh? All right. Well, you had some. So were you guys able to find the ingredients?
Yeah,
Good.
you got an A on that.
Okay.
That's the important part, honestly.
Okay, so that was the first frog. What's the second frog about?
Well, one of our
we made a bet.
one of our classmates found some frogs behind the Fire Jolt Cafe,
Ah, I love that spot.
and apparently they had eaten some questionable magical substance, and then they grew and ate Xanthar, the person who found them, which I guess is kind of fitting. But then they spit them out, and it was fine.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Not the weirdest thing I've heard on campus, but so they ate something you guys never seen before, or was this
Oh,
something?
we've seen it before, and she'll take it out of her, she'll like kind of rustle through her bag,
Oh,
like,
you pull out the flask.
pull out the flask, and like put it on there. It's like, I think it's like probably half full now because
Yeah.
Rooks took a
Yeah,
bite.
he looks at it, kind of. Ooh, gosh, definitely not. Doesn't smell great.
Doesn't it?
It seems to have not be sweet anymore. Whatever, like like when something sweet goes bad,
Mm-hmm. Interest. And she's gonna be like, no, you're right. It was sweet when we found it. Interesting.
Okay, well that explains why these frogs would eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Puts it back in her bag.
That's interesting. So they immediately grew big, or was it
Apparently, it was like 45 minutes after
delayed
they found
effect?
it.
And
Yes.
that makes sense for some type of modification of a.
For
It's not a
a
potion, though. That's
for something that seems to be needed to be metabolized.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's a potion where the magical effects only happen after it's broken down by a certain amount.
Yeah, I would if it was me, and I would take this over to Witherbloom campus. Maybe they might have a better, some of those professors might have a better.
We told it to Professor Rooksa,
He's pretty knowledgeable, Matt.
Yeah.
I mean, he deals in all things magic.
If we don't get any answers from him, maybe we'll bring it to Witherbloom. But
If you don't mind, may I see it again real quick? Pulls it out, places it, plays his harp. Well, it's not magical.
Maybe not anymore.
Could have died off, whatever enchantment or augmentation.
If the same augmentation was what made it sweet, then that's what would make sense. And she'll kind of like shake it around to see if it changed at all. If like the viscosity has changed or anything like that.
You would notice, by the way, wherever Jimothy is, that Jimothy is no longer purple.
Okay. Alright, so that's more information. She'll write it down in a little notebook.
Huh. Well, I'm sorry to hear that you guys had such a near-death experience a couple times, but
the worst part is that I didn't even win the race.
You knew who won?
One of our friends. They had a what was the color? Blue?
Red.
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 She had like a red. There was like a glowing red frog, and she won.
Ah,
I'm not surprised. They had somebody who was pretty good at encouragement. So
gotcha.
sometimes you just get beat.
Okay. Well,
Farah.
you can always win next time, right? Oh, were you the encourager?
Am I? When am I not?
Oh, that's my MC right there. Very good, very good. Well, that's good news for when you announce our next concerts, right? And that you can encourage and get the crowd ready. Good, good, good. Well, without further ado, we should probably talk about what we're doing for class, right? Let's follow me. Let's go ahead and head over to Opus Walk. Yeah, let's get a nice walk on. So, when I say walk, I'll be transporting you all through the teleportation sigils. So we'll make an instant transmission, if you will.
Yes.
So what I'm going to be having you guys do is when you step up to the sigil, okay, you will simply say the campus destination, but you will say it in Draconic, okay? And so he teaches you guys the 5 Prismaris. He teaches you Silverquill, Witherbloom, Lorehold, and oh my gosh, who am I missing? Sorry. Prismari, right? No, Quandrix. Yeah. So he teaches you essentially the Draconic for those 5. So essentially, step on a sigil, say that, and it will transport you instantly to the. You guys have been taking the bridge to each place, I'm sure, just past the bridge. So you'll be transported immediately to the campus site of that. From there, you can seek wagon, or if you usually. Older students are usually given the more direct lines of transmission, Draconic. Everything takes place in Draconic here for the teleportation sigils, just so you know.
In an academy made by dragons.
Yeah. So he said, very well, let's go ahead and go there. So he kind of like, when, you're getting like the flu powder idea, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he steps up, watches, make sure you say it correct, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So with that being said,
man, that's another reference we made that we don't want to make. Fuck.
We're terrible people
Whoa!
now.
history checks.
Okay.
Unless you have keen mind.
Huh. 13. Things I don't know for 500.
4. Okay. 13. You step up. Your whole body vibrates. You close your eyes.
Nice.
Just briefly. The moment you open them, and there it is. There's Prismari. The Conjurate Hall. The gigantic penis tower.
Nice.
You get walking forward, you see your other students have already gone before you.
Mm-hmm.
You step up. And by the way, it turns red. The sigil turns red when you go there.
Okay.
You go up there. You stand. You're like trying to remember the first damn syllable. Arkin's just looking at you.
Medulla.
You need some help?
Medulla oblongata.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, it doesn't start with a M sound. Privlock.
She's like gonna compose her.
read that
She's gonna
down.
take a second to compose herself. She's like, that was embarrassing. It's like, Privlock.
Good. So it immediately takes you to Prismari. And it glows red as it does that. Depending on how close you were to the number, you might have gotten to a different campus. But because it's so low, you didn't fucking remember any of the words.
Task failed successfully.
Yeah. All right, so you pop up. Takes a little bit for Faerun to catch up, but then there's 2 more people that kind of follow behind, and then there's Arkin. So I want to talk about this week's lessons. What we're going to be looking at mainly. I want to look at enchantments. Yes.
This is like an out of character thing. Does my familiar come with me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead, sorry.
So we're going to be looking at enchantments. Specifically, I want to look at art enchantments. All right. So sculptures, paintings, all of that. Specifically, though, more specifically at least, paintings. That's the one I really want to gear into. We'll look at art throughout the 10-day, but I really want to understand how these paintings preserve moments of history. And we can interact with them, talk with them, ask them questions, and they'll give us honest feedback. It's interesting, right? Whatever we use, just so we're clear, we use a enchanted ink when we paint with these. Whether it is been enchanted by rune stones, or if we actually use natural enchantment as well, using like sapphire dust and such, whatever we might use. But the ink itself, the actual utensil, is what brings the enchantment to the paintings. So the next painting you see that moves and talks and you can engage with. Have you guys seen one? Anybody yet? A couple people raise their hand. Obviously, you guys have seen one. He goes, very
I
lucky.
did a rudimentary one.
Very cool, very cool. You're working on it yourself, huh?
I'm a bit of an artist.
Is this something that you're interested in doing later in life, or?
Possibly.
Oh, it's fun. I took it up for a little bit. I stay more on the music side, right? But I'll tell you what, there's something about creating life by drawing. Anyways, sorry, I could talk about this all day, but this enchantment it lasts for the integrity of how good the enchantment was in the first place. So, depending on how well you enchant the ink or the utensil, determines the longevity of the painting itself. Obviously, the more high up paintings, if you will, typically were done by people who are more guaranteed years of success, right?
Master craftsman, etc.
Yes, yeah. People who really own their craft. But other than that, let's look at some. And so he kind of takes you along the wall, and Opus Walk for as beautiful of a spiral, elevated drops and everything that it is, twists and turns, almost representing the symmetry of the spires themselves that twist and turn and sharp and edged. Weird cutoffs, like as architects, you guys probably form the passage that you guys create kind of determines what people do, or vice versa, right? For example, if I make a little landing for someone, they usually congregate there, right? Or someone congregates there, so I make that a landing, And so with that form and function, this is weird. Prismari, does cutouts where they shouldn't do cutouts, But there's still art there, and it still brings people there. It's architecture is weird in how it's designed. Extremely edged, extremely sharp, and not the best utility of space, but yet people use it. And so when you look along the walls, you see everything from previous oracles that have been represented there, previous headmasters, previous deans and professors, students who win the Mage Tower Cup. You know what I mean? Everything, the teams, all of that stuff is all represented there. And each one has that slight activation as you walk by. There are a couple paintings that are on pedestals that seem to have been experimental or maybe done by students, that the ink and it becomes pixelated almost, the sense of the longevity is meeting the end of its life form. So you can see where he's like, this is interesting. This one was actually done by an archmaester of he was very, very...
Didn't get that.
Thanks. He was very prevalent in the use of color of expression, and he's showing the painting. Well, the problem is that his materiality was not the most dependable, and so you can see the pixelated form and the blotches, almost if you look at a Turner painting, how Turner becomes almost, you can tell he was going blind essentially, right? And you can see that twist of expression. It's almost beautiful that it's a fading art piece. And so he kind of explains those kind of things. Any questions for you guys' class at all? Very, very cool. So, next up, I have STEM, which STEM is with
That's me.
you. Yes, that is you. And so you are meeting. If I can pull my notes on STEM. Gosh, I can find it.
In Witterson's Hall.
Thank you. Yes, you're going over all the way over to Witherbloom, right?
Yeah.
You meet with Dean Lisette.
Yeah.
And she's there standing, already talking to, Mellithorn.
Sure.
So she's talking to Mellithorn, and they're in a deep conversation. You kind of walk in on it, and Mellithorn turns to you. Hi, how are you doing?
Oh my goodness, Melly, I'm doing so good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It is, I'll tell you what, this has been an interesting weekend.
Oh my goodness, it has been for me too. How was your weekend so interesting?
Well, we, in our, I was doing some of my homework for this past 10 day, and I was not doing too great. And so, as I went to go get tutoring help, they don't always vet the tutors, let's just say that.
I know a really great tutor that
Do
you
you?
should try out. I do.
I would be in your debt.
You should come to my dorm because Astra is the best tutor on campus.
Oh, Astra seems extremely very good at what she does. Yes, I'll have to take you up on that. Put in a good word for me, because I need someone.
Yeah, and there'll be tea because of course tea is amazing and it really helps with the studying.
It was just one of those things where the professor's like, this only takes a couple hours to work, they get done, and I'm fucking doing this. Sorry, excuse my language, but I was doing it for like 7 hours.
Well, and sometimes you understand it when you're in class, but then you get home and it just is absolutely different than what you learned in class, and that's just not great.
Well, anyways, and Lisette goes, that's about everybody. Let's go ahead and start class. STEM. We talked about what it means, and last 10 day we talked about the S. Can anybody tell me what the S means? Anyone?
Sympathy.
Not sympathy.
Forget what it means.
It's
I
okay.
have it written
It's
down
only the
somewhere.
first letter of the acronym. We
It
spent a
is.
whole 10 day on it. Please.
The S stands for suck.
Nope, not suck. Okay, sympathy sucks.
It's the cool S.
It's the cool S.
I
Yep.
totally wrote it down.
Oh gosh.
Infirmary, get healers, get T and L.
I gave up Waterdeep University for this.
S is for Among Us.
Sus. I wrote this down. I swear I did.
Mellithorn just goes, I believe it's for Soothe.
Oh, sure.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you. Well, if you haven't already, write that down now.
How do you spell that?
Soothe.
So you're-
Spelled, and she goes through like 5 different languages.
You're joking, but it honestly looks really weird how I've written it here.
Oh,
So I was wondering if I spelled it wrong.
Alright.
Oh, you did it the wrong way.
It's an acrostic.
Yeah, but you did it the wrong way.
What are you talking about?
Usually when you do an acrostic, you do the actual
Oh,
thing
well.
down,
I just
and then
wrote
you
the
write the
word
words
soothe 'cause
across.
It's the class. It doesn't matter.
So, Soothe is the first one. Remember, we soothed the, when you had to go talk to the person. Okay, anyway, it's all good. We did a lab. It was.
That was a lot of
I remember
screaming.
the laugh.
Oh, trust me, that's not screaming.
It was definitely a lot of screaming.
It was, yeah.
Okay.
I never got mine to stop.
That guy's femur did some fucking weird shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that one was a lot of screaming. They were supposed to be under. Tea. Tea is what we're talking about today. And by the
I
way,
love tea. It's delightful.
not the same and doesn't stand for that also. Tea, we're going to talk about is just that. Talk. What is it?
I wasn't paying attention.
Why are we terrible?
Waterdeep
so
has
accurate.
a higher salary. It has... okay.
Then
Yeah.
why did you come here if it pays better to be in Waterdeep?
Professor, I'm sorry.
S is for sorry.
Soothe. Goose Raba. Goose Raba.
Goose Rava. Goose Rava.
So, T, talk. Specifically, you want to make a connection, a relationship with your patients. Not that kind of relationship back there. Separate. Get off his lap.
God, this is science school.
I was trying to soothe.
I was trying to soothe her puss. What do you want?
Southern for face, yes.
The most important thing, besides not that type of relationship, is that we get the histories. Gosh, you have me flustered. We get the histories of the patients, okay? It's very important that we have an understanding. And remember, patients, they will lie.
Dr. House, Jesus.
You have to push in their histories. Now, let's start talking about what to do for each history. And so she kind of gives you the idea of like, okay, find out, make sure always differentiate between paternal and maternal, right? And then always really trying to get the most close relationships before you start branching out. Well, my second uncle. Well, what's the second uncle? Yeah, I mean, like get the immediate stuff first before.
Well, hold on. What are the second uncle?
He's not uncle number 1. He's uncle number 2.
You robbed a bank.
Nice.
And then one person goes, so does it matter what my stepdad has? It's just like, if they're not blood, no, I don't need to know. Well, I guess if it's contagious, then maybe. But like, she's like kind of dealing with this shit. Like, oh my god.
Welcome to being a teacher. People are dumb.
So wait.
People.
No, I get it.
So soothe, then talk. This 10-day about talk. And so she kind of has you guys practicing with each other, getting each other's histories and stuff like that. You get paired up with
last week.
You get paired up with Mellithorn.
And we get this Melly sip. You should stay calm, right? Because we're soothed. And then we should talk about your history. Yes? Now, what exactly is wrong with your family?
Yep.
There's something wrong with. Did an owl come in?
Your bedside banner rocks.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, are there any pre-existing conditions? Has your mother ever had an illness that was unexplained, or a cancer, or a heart attack, or have you ever broken any bones?
No, my limbs are all been good. And, my parents, no, nothing like that. No, pretty healthy.
That's really awesome.
We
It
have-
goes very well for you.
We have neurological things.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Anxiety and depression, and just kind of starts struggling
And do you think that you have any of these things? Have you ever felt down or depressed?
off. I
Or
get
you didn't have
overwhelmed
the energy
sometimes.
for more than half of a month?
Like when I do homework.
Yeah, every single day, or
When
once
it takes
a
me
week.
7 hours.
But how often does that happen? Is it once a week, or more once a month?
It happened last 10 days, so far 100% of the time.
Oh, that's terrible. You should definitely find a way to work with that to ease the anxiety, to soothe the issue.
What about you, parents?
Well, correct.
Is he? Sorry, the professor. She said if they have to be blood, is Sukrek your? Okay, so what about your blood parents?
Just say you're adopted.
Said the NPC.
There's just a kid. Hey,
Bro,
say
just
you're
say you're
adopted.
adopted, It's cool. All the cool kids are adopted nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, I was adopted 3 times.
Have you heard about Owlman?
I can't beat
I
that.
heard he was an orphan.
Just throw the NPC fucking shit away. What are you supposed to do with that? Fucking Mary wins the game, everybody. She adopted 3 times.
So yeah, I don't
It's
really
Nate
know.
disappointed in me. That's really great.
There's just a kid in the corner. My name's Puss Mason. I was
Oh no! No!
Hey, Puss, you talked to any females lately?
Oh my god! There's something deeply wrong with us.
So, meanwhile, all these fucking NPC interactions and Melitor's just looking at you intently. Okay, so doing history with you might be a little harder, right?
Just a little bit. In the
Do you ever
wheel
get
of my
anxious or
life and
depressed?
death, I've never really
Dang.
known where I came from.
Have you had a heart attack before?
No.
Okay. Would you say that you feel depressed for 8 of the 10 days?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. Like he's just going
Most
through
of
like
the
the history
time.
with you. Okay. Very cool. Anything else you wanted to do with STEM? Okay. Next up, Exploration 101 with Vassie, who is broken right now.
I'm here. I'm listening.
No, someone needs to write down these lines.
They're on camera.
They're on camera, man.
Yeah,
I don't know what's
no,
a
no,
better
no, no.
archiving of this.
I mean, I guess so. Yeah, fine. Jesus
This
Christ.
This is the TikTok.
This
that
are
we
the two.
advertise.
Yeah, this is the shit we put on TikTok for sure. Those were like two of the best fucking lines that anyone's ever said in the campaign, and they were fucking rapid fired within a minute.
So with
Exploration 101.
Exploration 101, over at Pillar Drops, you're over in Lorehold, west side of the campus. Farthest west, actually. You make your way to the... Oh, by the way, you do also learn about the teleportation sigil as well. It seems like the second 10 days when they start to... Your first class of days when they introduce things. So the first thing you walk up in Exploration 101, Stephanie Tisha. Oh, hello, everybody. It's so good to see you. Are you guys ready to explore?
Yeah!
I like the enthusiasm.
As long as there aren't any giant frogs.
Not today.
Good enough!
She just looks around making sure there's no frogs like in the area. You know, like that. Just do a little scout. Alright. So I'm so excited today. A few things. We get to talk about equipment. We're going to go and look at a amazing Dungeoneer shop today. And to this 10-day, we're going to focus on what equipment to use when. With that being said, though, we're also going to get to learn about the teleportation sigils. And so she teaches you the 5, what do you call them? Draconic words.
Wouldn't there be 6?
Huh?
Wouldn't there be 6?
True. There will be 6 for Central Campus. Yeah, 1 for Central Campus. So the 5 for the outside campi.
Yeah, you got it.
And so the 6th one being for Central. And so she's going through everything, and she's just like, okay, everybody got it? We're good? I see a lot of lost
We're
faces.
gonna find out.
Okay, let's go through them again. And so, like, she starts going over them. She's trying to get everything great. She's gonna take you guys over to a little shop about 3 stories down, built into the actual canyon, like that ravine that is just splits that entire area where the giant statue is at. And so she takes you down, and there's 3 stories down. You walk in. This is like dwarven architecture, even though it's built into the rock, and it feels like it would be squished because to conserve space. It's so. I mean, you're what, 4'9"?
4'9".
4'9".
The magic number.
This ceiling above you should be like 12, 15. It's 32 feet. Okay, so it is a very large ceiling, not like majestic, but and so the when you're looking at the ceiling, you're looking around, and there is a older gentleman, kind of a scraggly white, beard. They kind of got like the balding head, right? It's a gnome. And he's just kind of walking over, his 3'6" self that he is, He walks over. Oh, hello. Ew. Are you here to buy or to browse?
Yes.
Zephany goes, so this is my great uncle. None other than Xavier T. Stride.
Hi,
Oh,
Xavier.
that was a name I went by long ago.
Can we call you Professor X?
That will be acceptable.
Nice.
I'm not a professor, but I will take it.
I knew you guys were like expecting me to say something. No.
Yeah,
No, I knew
question.
you were just-
How do professors take it?
Well, that is a great question. Professors look at me as a dignified individual, as I was once a great adventurer. I once rolled, if you look at me with those eyes again, I will tell you, I once rolled a dragon turtle. No lie, Zephany will provide the evidence. It was a story I was told when I was a little kid.
Your kneecap looks a little busted. Did you take an arrow?
Professor X.
I was actually bludgeoning, not piercing.
Why?
Did I ride the dragon turtle?
Yes.
There was a great battle long ago. Down in the Sword Coast, as it's called these days. I remember when it wasn't called that. It was just called the Coast. We hadn't explored far.
We hadn't found the sword yet.
Starts gonna walk closer to the NPC. I rode this dragon turtle, and I took on Tarast.
Yo, what?
We lost very badly.
Okay.
It was bad knee, as you said it. Also bad back and bad hips, and well, we'll not talk about the other extremities. But it was painful, and
He's got a bad dick.
Gross, dude.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
I
This is what...
didn't choose this life.
All right, friend.
Wait, really? You have a bad
Jesus.
dick?
And sunglasses descend from the ceiling.
So he looks at y'all. Zephany, quite the whippersnappers these street youths you have here.
Street youth.
Hi, I'm Vassy.
Oh, Vassy, I am Xavier T. Stride. Once rode a dragon turtle into battle against the Tarast. It is not an
I'm-
official title, but I've been called Professor X. But this
Nathan
one,
Patrick Carter.
thank you, Nathan Patrick Carter. It
I'm-
rhymes. It doesn't rhyme, but
It's right, but it has a nice
It flows.
flow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm Vesnicolora Nefertiti Windcaller, and I once fought for money.
you have the look of a tiefling, but your height and your name says gnome. Are you kin?
Yeah.
Oh, who was your great uncle?
I just know my dad.
Oh, who was your dad?
My dad, you know, Hakuna Matata.
One call.
Windcaller.
The Windcaller Hakuna.
Yeah.
Oh, I know Hakuna.
I don't know all of Dad's names. He has too many names.
Who was your great uncle? What?
I met the Windcallers at a
Died.
family reunion long ago. Zephany looks. We're kin?
Yeah.
Wow, I've never taught family before. Xavier goes, get used to it. I did a lot of loving.
No.
No!
Which is really impressive if you consider his bad dick.
Free to ask, free to ask, Nathan Patrick Carter.
Why did you have to name your NPC after my fiance?
Nathaniel Patrick.
Anyways, we should probably get to the actual activity of me showing you what's good. So I
What's the
wanted to
first-
show you. Sorry, did you have something to say?
No.
And shut up. All right. So he turns to the side. These are snow boots. Use them in the snow.
Mhm.
Next, pythons. I've heard some say pittons. They're wrong.
Ew.
I'm being bullied.
I caught
Call him
it.
out.
Not as bad as the people who say cycle, but it is a sigil.
Sick.
And look
Six
at
single
this
level
right here.
ones.
You see this? This is, I call this pickaxe. It's good for, it's really good for piercing. Took one of those to the back. Anyways, that was my cousin. But over here, you see, this is extremely. Never get that silk rope shit. Hempen. It's cheaper. Buy larger quantities. Double up. If you double wrap, it works. So.
I can write that down.
Please don't double wrap. Okay, I do have him.
So, and he starts going through all of the utility. He is so bad at his job. Like, he's way past. He should have retired long ago.
Yes.
But as he's looking up, yes. You can just create magic with your hands. Light, if you will. This is called a torch. We used to use these. Oh, yes. You have used a torch?
How come you look older than my dad?
Well, I know this, Okuda, and I am older than your dad.
Huh.
Tell me, did he ever ride a dragon turtle in the battle?
Probably.
Shit.
That's
Damn
My dad
brutes.
was probably. My dad has probably been a dragon turtle.
Maybe her dad was the dragon turtle.
Oh, this was before he was born.
Yo, did you write her dad?
Not to my knowledge. He was quite the
Not big at
shapeshifter,
all.
though. That drew at him. The things he could wild shape into. They prestigious.
He mostly just liked to be a bear.
He would get along well with Rooksa.
And he also liked to wild shape into a bear. I'm not even here.
So anyways, he goes through. He gives you essentially
Something wrong with you.
the most basic descriptions of these things possible. The good things out of this that you got out of this is you learned how to teleport now. And 2, you learn where a shop that you can buy stuff. Oh, stop by anytime. Xavier's Goods. Technically the school owns them, but I'm paid as a... That's enough for today. Just starts walking back.
Bet. Leaves.
It's like, if you need me tomorrow, I will not be in the same location. I'm actually on the run.
All that I'm.
Zephany is just like, he's so amazing. He is just a commanding presence. And the way he describes these items, I couldn't do better. So,
Really?
no. I heard that. How? He's so old.
I need to call my dad.
Well, I'm glad you met him.
Somewhere out there, Hakuna's ears are just burning.
Let's meet back at Pillar Drop on day 4, and we'll try to avoid this place as much as possible.
Sounds good.
How did he hear you?
I don't know. Alright, let's go back to his old days. So, that ends our first set of classes on day 2. The next thing we have is, because on day 2 your lunch is after your second class, so we immediately go into our second set of classes, which is basic magical.
Wait a minute.
Was that?
I never got to my second class.
We haven't done the second class yet.
What?
So, we're going to go to basic magical auras first, which is with Astra.
What?
Alright, Astra. Basic magical auras. Your professor for this one, Bruxa. And this is over at the Biblioplex. Sometimes the Big Blue House.
R-H-U-X-A?
R-U-X-A.
Okay.
No H.
Ruxa.
You attend, I'm guessing you probably teleport back using... Okay. So you teleport back, get to use it.
Dracovish.
You're going back to Central Campus, right? And when you end up back there, it is a purple, like a purplish color when you go back.
Interesting.
When you arrive back at the actual Central Campus, people are bustling. You were seeing a lot more people using these teleportation circles because each their classes are learning about it, right?
Interesting.
There's just like lines, and you can kind of see some of the wagons are like waiting for people that they get on them, right? May change over the course of 10 days. Just it's what's new is new, right? And so
Novel.
yeah, and so you make your way to Biblioplex B7, one of those 4 rooms on the 3rd floor. As you get there, you see Ruxa kind of waiting. He's looking at that vial currently. Kids are sitting down in there. This one is not those black tables that we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
This one's more of a traditional pop-down desk, so it opens up so you can sit down and put the desk.
And then it goes up to here on me, yeah.
It's pretty tall, yeah. So it's one of those ones that they do have accommodations for like everything at the school. So they do have in the further back you could find a smaller one, or you can get one of those booster seats that would allow you to
It is the magic number for a booster seat.
Yeah.
No, until then, kids need a booster seat.
Oh, so I know I'm just enough so I don't need a booster seat. Okay. No, I'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Okay. Like I said, there are smaller ones too, because they try to accommodate. To
Astrid would never sit in the back of the class.
Okay. So he's looking at the vial. He's swishing around. You can tell he's wincing at the smell. He's pouring a little bit on the leaf. Just kind of doing his own little experiments.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're ready for class, I see. Sorry, I was doing my little experiments. I know what's going on. Anyways, welcome to Basic and Magical Auroras. We're in the second 10-day school.
School!
Yes, enthusiasm. This is what makes a great
Student?
student.
That's me.
I even finished my sentences.
Just trying to help.
Yes. So, divination. Divination. Oh, divination. Why art thou cruel? No, seriously, it can be very cruel. You ever been spied on?
Dude, knowing shit? Crazy.
It is a, how do you say, in your own class. It is a two-sided sword. It is both powerful that I can find out what the fuck is my cousin doing.
What the fuck is your cousin doing?
I'll find out later. But I can also be spied on as well, which is not a problem until, let's say, you're holding an item that you're trying to keep away from another body. And they can track you. But even if they can't track you, they can track the item. It is scary to be at any time spied upon.
The terrifying ordeal of being known.
This week,
Divination for beginners.
we will look at the effects of what divination feels like. I want you to get used to the feeling of when someone is peering in on you through magical means. And I will teach you ways of getting past it. There are spells that we can do. There are tricks, materials we can use that are anti-divination. That is what this 10 day is about. So, let's start off with me spying on you. You in the corner. 2 bookshelves to the left, 3 to the right.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I just read the courses. Anyways, go back, see you.
Hi.
You're like, come on, chop chop, we gotta go. And so like, he waits for it to happen, and he goes, alright, so, watch this. And he pulls out a book, and he starts going through the spellbook pages. And he goes, this one. Where do I have note? Just a weird one. Okay, a little bit. Pulls out an orb. And it just like crushes into dust. And it like takes a swirling path. And then you see that little vortex, almost like the vortex warp. And all the dust kind of like, you know, when Gara, like, he has his eye and he crushes the eye, it like goes up into this vortex where it disappears. Oh, that's really freaky! As there's this eye floating.
I don't like this. Professor, there's an eyeball looking at me.
You see that red book 2 rows down?
Yeah,
You see it?
yeah.
Can you see it? No, right? Yeah. Pretty cool shit. So, grab that.
Okay.
Oh, you barely got it. Had to throw it in a pot somewhere. Haven't got to today. Alright, grab that one. Bring it back.
Alright.
Come on.
Comes back.
Alright. Clip, clop, clip, clop, clip,
He
clop.
kind of like closes, like he kind of waves off, and like the eye disappears. You guys wouldn't see it, but the NPC would. And as
What's
you come
going on?
back, there's a little red book, not Mao Zedong's, but like there is this book. Sorry, I had a history teacher. But this red book, you pull and you flip through it, and it is a book on anti-divination. And so it's a book about materials to use. It mentions like the use of lead. It mentions the use of cobalt steel and like all these different kind of things that can be used to put items in boxes to keep them from being divined. I don't know if that's the right word for that, but
Yeah.
Divinated?
divinated.
I'm pretty sure divined is the word.
I'm pretty sure it is.
So that's what your guys' class is really about. And so he talks about next time we'll talk about you guys like using different materials from the book and trying to craft your own anti-divination boxes that you guys will get to keep.
Cool.
So that's what that one's about. Next up after you is I got on here. 1 second. Complimentary words, Cotton Fair. That's both of you guys, right? So complimentary words, you guys are going to make your way over to Grand Loft Hall over in Silverquill. You have Professor Shale Towerbook. Alan, if you haven't heard, she's the one that wears that majestic looking robes, you know.
Talks really slow.
There she is. All right.
I smoke a little Mallard's leaf just to
Get on the same wavelength.
Class.
just to
To
feel
spread my wings, it feels so free. I had an epiphany today.
No.
We are to talk about complimentary words.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yes, I thought so as well. I felt we haven't done enough complimenting.
I think you compliment people spectacularly, and I would really appreciate
This student
everything that
gets
you
it.
say.
She's doing the thing right now.
And you're pretty awesome.
So, I heard that my bitter rival Brina has been using cutting words, and they are targeting people's strength. This will not do, my friends, my peers, my students. We will compliment them and their strength. Each 10 day we will pick an attribute, and you look so strong. Those hind legs you have.
Oh my god, thank you.
Have you been doing leg presses?
I have been doing running for my life.
That does quite a thing for your cardio.
It's great for the stomach too.
Ah, your strength is unparalleled. Except for some, but still amazing at its own. I want you to find people who are the subject of cutting words of strength, and you cheer them back up. Maybe cheer them up before they get cut down. It is your call. But it is your call. Your right, your journey to defend their honor.
Your obligation.
Your duty. Now go to your call of duty.
So bad.
Strixhaven is how mad I can make people.
So bad.
It's working on that one.
You hear like people being snickered at and then like far off to the side. There could just be bullying, or it could be a cutting word student.
You know, I'm sorry. You know what I'm thinking of right now? You know what I'm fucking thinking of right now?
Dicks.
Lovely weather! Tip your waitresses!
There's just that one kid from your NPC from Breda's class who's just fucking going around trucking people.
my little monster. So good. Oh my god.
Character growth.
Any questions? Comments?
Do you want us to do that like in the class, like right now, or more like later, and then we talk about
Oh, you want to
it?
practice on each other for now. I would not release you into that hell without practice.
That is so very much appreciated.
It is. Thank you. Go with each other. I will watch and give praise and only praise.
These are
I'm
some
waiting.
solid muscles you've got there,
Bro, your
Faerun.
calves are
They're
looking sick as hell.
fantastic.
Bro, your
I'm
cock
glad you
tastes
noticed.
hella good.
I haven't been working out at all.
Oh my!
Thanks, I've been eating a lot of
We
pineapple.
room together. I kind of knew
Uh,
that.
I've been smoking a lot. It's been really fun.
You fucking straight to
But I love what you've done compared to
I was like, I'm gonna turn out something
Thank
cool.
you.
No,
so
You
you
have
Great.
calves and
It's
cock.
so you
Great.
tell me
Great
so
tasting
well.
cock.
Juicies.
And this fabric is just. Did you always have this? This is so lovely.
I think it's the normal fabric I always
I'm
wear.
sorry, I must interfere. What does this have to do with strength?
These tattoos really make you look very muscular. They bring out the detailed definition in your traps. These are
Bro, your traps are tight. Your trap is right here. I don't know what this is.
Bro, your grandma's tight.
Your
Grandma's
grandma's
so tight.
Oh my god, shut up.
Your grandma's too tight.
Your triceps is what you're looking for.
I was just looking for a muscle. It really didn't matter at all.
God, I wish I had your delts.
I know where I'd like to put your delts.
So, as you guys go comment, she kind of flies around, interrupting. No, not dexterity, strength.
Oh, so I'm not supposed to tell my homie that I think it's really hot that he has all his spare ribs, but he can still suck his own dick?
Bro,
No, that is all flexibility and dexterity. I want strength. When he pounds.
Oh, hell yeah, man. I hurt for like 3 weeks
I don't
after.
know, bro. It takes a lot of core strength to get down there like that.
Tell her.
This
I'm
one
telling
once
her.
again got away from me.
If a homie can't talk about the other homie's form of autofellatio, I don't know what the fuck we're doing here.
Yeah, homie.
With that being said, we make our way to Voice of the Tempest.
Where to go from there?
Over in Conjurat Hall, Vassie, you find yourself.
Blissfully unaware.
Yeah. Gosh, I gotta make cutting words remarks this week. You know, like just like a little like.
I have to insult my sister. I don't really want to, but I
Oh.
can't fail.
As you're at Conjure Hall, Professor Zafai is kind of telling students, pointing up towards like stairs. And he's like kind of motioning everybody. See, Vassie, we're gonna be meeting on the roof today.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Roof. Oh yeah.
we're gonna raise it. Am I right?
Like
like,
with my
it's,
hands?
like it's 1999.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Motions to everybody. You're not one of the last ones. There's a ton of people still coming in. He goes, all right. So, Voice of the Tempest, week
Dude, today I'm gonna conjure a storm.
Oh,
Sick.
okay.
Pulls out a wand and just starts swirling it around, and then just flicks, and he goes,
Oh baby, let's go.
and he just starts like kind of conducting a storm. And so he is just conducting, and you see like lightning just crackle down and hit like a spire over in Prismari, and then he twirls around, and the gusts start to twist the other way. He's literally conducting wherever the storm he wants it to do. And as he's conducting, he goes, "Yeah, let's hold it right there." So today we're going to be looking at dynamics. Dynamics of the storm. Listen to how it howls. It gives you that as you go across.
Ooh, that's smooth.
You have the rain. Listen. And you hear that rain, just like a rain stick coming across. You
Listen to
know?
that trickle.
And then the thunder.
Terror.
And then the more thunder.
Thunder.
Bring the thunder. And he's like just conducting each lightning bolt.
Lightning and the thunder, yeah.
And as he's going through. But then silence. Forte is nothing without piano. If you want to be effective.
Where's the piano?
Oh, forgot about dynamics. So, and he starts like kind of like showing you guys like dynamics. Got piano, pianissimo, piano, mezzo piano, mezzo forte, fortissimo. He's like going through all the different dynamics, and he's like kind of like showing you, and like he'll literally go like, and he like kind of goes through all the different dynamics, showing you examples for all you oral learners, trying to like be like, okay, this is what this sounds like, while showing you the dynamics, right? And so he's like, what does rain sound like? What does heavy rain sound like? What does thunder sound like? You know what I mean? It's like going through, giving dynamics through the examples of nature in a thunderstorm. And as he's doing it, he's like, so, like I said, forte is nothing without piano. Silence. A little bit of wind. Groves of rain. Boom! And like just the thunder hits, and it just feels like it vibrates the roof of Conjure Hall. And you feel that moment of, wow, yelling is a lot. But if you never yell, how much more impact does it have that one time you do yell? He's like, so many warriors, they scream in bloodlust, I want to rage. How about this? Find your zen, find that calm, and then fuck him with rage.
I want to engage.
You show that bloodlust, that anger, when it really hits. God, that's weight.
Yeah, no shit, buddy.
That is the weight of sound. So, take that with you. Throughout this 10-day, whatever nature gives you, if it's sun, if it's snow, if it's thunder, study it. Study the dynamics of nature. When I was growing up, a long time ago, I won't give you my age, but I grew up in a monastery. That's all we did. We studied the storm. And then I learned studying's all good, but controlling it, playing it, conducting it, that's power. That's music.
That's what I'm calling music. What volume, though?
God, philosophical, ain't it? Any questions? Comments? Concerns? Damn, I hit you with a deep one, didn't I?
I just love to watch you work, Uncle.
God, man. Nephew, you are the light of my world.
And you are the thunder.
So you went to storm school,
We can call it that. Yeah, why not?
and then now know how to control storms based on how loud it is.
Not how loud it is. I control it through... It's complicated. It's a little bit of arcane. A lot of primal.
It makes sense you have to go to school for this.
To control a storm, you have to be multidisciplined. See, if I
What
was...
does that mean?
You take on many jobs.
Okay.
Many experiences, huh?
Okay.
So, I grew up a monk. Then I
Okay.
became a druid on my own.
Oh, like that.
But after that, I became a musician, baby.
Okay.
And all three together made me who I am, Professors of Fire. And there's the storm. And it goes away. Those clouds I didn't control, the gray ones, those are mine. It's a little storm, a little cloudy, a little overcast.
Be that way sometimes.
I can control the weather, but I can't control the weather, you know?
You can control the lowercase weather, not the uppercase weather.
You also control whether or not I pass this class.
I do that. I do. And so far you're doing good. Good.
Oh, weather and
She is a bright one. You watch out for that one.
She'll beat you up.
Oh, here she comes.
YOLO, you ought to look out.
Alright, that brings us to our lunch break. You guys were all meeting at, the Arithmodrome? Is that you guys said you were meeting for lunch?
Yeah, if we want to do the experiments that I'm increasingly thinking aren't going to do anything
Sure,
because
let's meet for lunch.
Yeah.
Alright, are you guys grabbing lunch on the way? You going straight there? What's the plan?
I
I've
see my girl every day. I'm gonna see her.
You go see Isla?
Yeah.
a owl lands on Vassie's shoulder that has a small pouch and letter attached to it, ordering a dragon chili sandwich with money attached to it. Like, please give this to... Hey, it's like...
Sister,
okay, yeah, sister,
please
please. Yeah.
order this for me. Supplied is money for the transaction. Please tell Isla thank you for my behalf. Thank you very much. Your sister. There's a lot of big words here, Astra.
Are there?
Transaction.
Alright.
Sister,
I don't know what a behalf is.
It feels insulting.
I'm reading between the lines. We're twins.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. You guys meeting at Isla, you're going straight. What are you guys doing?
Should we pick up some sandwiches to go on the way to our science experiment?
Probably.
Sounds delicious. Since we can't eat the candy anymore.
It was a terrible idea from the beginning. We should eat real food.
Well, we should do that too.
I'm not trying to kill your idea.
Isla!
But I think it's bad.
It's a great idea, I suppose.
All I'm saying is it turned frogs into giant monsters.
But it didn't turn me into a giant monster.
You didn't have enough of it.
So I should try more of it.
No!
Alright.
Astra is already in the Arithmodrome, braining her way into a little laboratory.
Okay.
She also imagines a sign that says, "Farah, Con, Vassie, I'm in here. Love Astra."
So you-
with an arrow.
Are you trying to control some of the Arithmodrome itself?
Mhm.
Okay, so you'll have to seek out one of the people, the professors there that has the ring.
Okay.
Just it's not like they let everybody do it. You have to like. Get
It makes
the ring.
perfect
Yeah.
sense. I'll go look for anybody with a ring on. Then.
Okay, cool. You guys go to
To pick up the daily special sandwich and then go to the Arithmodrome.
Oh, hi. Why you guys get same time? This is a really good time. Did you guys plan this?
Kinda.
It's really impressive. Like so very, very, very cool.
We are in a rush today, but We wanted to come and see you to get food.
Oh, I'm so good at rush. I never take my time. Like, I'm very to the point. I don't like take extra time. So what do you need?
What kind of sandwiches do you have today?
Oh, I have turkey. I have ham. I have chicken. I have pepperoni, salami, gabagool.
Do you have what'd you put? Dragonfire? Dragonfire chilies?
The dragonfire ones. Oh, I have those. Let me just think. Do you want that like roasted? Do you want that just like how do you want that?
Surprise me, make 2.
Make 2 of those. Okay. Anything else you want to go with it? You know, you want to talk a little. You want to like. I'm right to the point. Like.
I want to talk to you, but I'll come and talk to you tomorrow when I don't have to do the thing.
Yeah. So we'll make it about the same time. Okay. Yeah, that works for me.
Well, technically, it would be probably an hour or 2 before that.
So same time, and
I think my lunch is a different time, but I will see you tomorrow.
okay. Do you know what time that is roughly? Just just to kind of. I'll get to you guys in a second. This is a really important conversation.
Like at 12 o'clock.
Midday?
Midday? Okay, I can do midday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be here. I'm open. Oh, hey, what do you guys want? I got 2 dragon breaths. Let me just put these on the. Yeah.
Whatever would go really good with honey, because I could really use some honey right now.
Ham?
Oh, ham and honey? Perfect.
Have you heard of honey ham before? So, in my travels,
sounds
long
amazing.
ago.
One day.
You should really write a
Some big
book
one.
about these travels.
I am writing a book right now.
That would be...
It's called H is for Ham.
Is it all about your ham adventures?
Your ham ventures?
if
I
you
wish
will.
it was.
It is now.
In your book,
I
do you
do a
mention
lot
the
of
mysterious hooded figure?
No, I never met one before besides that one. Well, I meet them all the time because I see people in robes and hoods. They don't usually talk to me.
Have you talked to this figure recently again after
Which
they
one? The
stood
one
you
that
up?
stood me up?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Oh, that's good.
I took your advice. I'm a self-independent woman who don't need no hooded figure.
That's fair point.
Word.
So, honey ham?
Honey ham, yes.
What kind of bread?
Dude, the sweetest
I have
bread.
rosemary parm, I have
Oh,
white, I have grit.
Rosemary parm would be really good.
You want that?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think it pairs as well with honey ham, but
Well,
I
then pick
trust you.
something different.
No, I trust you,
Pick
lady.
whatever bread you think goes the best with it.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the rosemary parm.
I would 100% in real life murder this one.
What do you want to say, Farrah?
So, question about just looking at the menu. Is there a euro on there?
There is some type of like, it's not quite pita, it's like naan. I guess would you say there's a big difference between naan and pita, or?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a little, I guess, thicker, right? Naan's thicker, like a thicker version of it. But yeah, it's not like the chicken. It would be like legit like lamb.
As,
You know.
as far as are 2 pieces of bread different from each other, naan and pita are pretty different.
Okay, not quite pita, but there's like a naan version of it, and it's lamb. Carne to it.
So it's just like a non-bread sandwich?
It's a naan bread with like lambs, like thinly sliced lamb, right? And then it has like your typical lettuce, tomato, onion, and some sort of white sauce that must be resembling tzatziki.
It's essentially a euro.
Yeah.
Ooh, can I get the lamb sandwich?
Oh yeah. I called it the Lamb of Naan.
I like that.
Still working on it, but yeah. Starts grabbing all this stuff. Get it to you guys. Okay. So 3 copper, 3 copper, 3 copper, 3 copper. Friend discount. We'll say 2 copper each.
And we should not be drinking the, trappy bark tea with this today because we're doing science.
Probably.
Okay.
We're
Any
doing
tea-
stuff and writing it down.
Any teas to go? Anything?
I suppose just a normal, herbal flower tea.
Leaf cookie? Anything?
I'll take a tea, but, just, a regular tea.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody else? Leaf cookies, teas,
Coffee, maybe?
coffee. I got coffee.
I'll take a double shot.
Okay. Fire Jolt
Holy
usually has
shit.
it, but I
Her is about to go fucking ape shit.
I can get you some coffee.
I need my wits about me. Apparently, we're going to be injecting a frog with stuff.
Fire Jolt thinks that Alina Fire Jolt, she thinks she has the racket on coffee.
Well, she refuses
got
to
it.
even give us coffee or like a punch card.
Really? She's so nice.
Oh my goodness, she's the worst.
No, she's like been so nice to me. She says all these really things that like I think they're really nice about me. I'm not sure, but they seem nice. Like she says I make about as much money as I should. And I thought that was really nice. To make as much as you're worth, right?
I mean,
Don't look at me, I'm not here.
But she thinks you make.
Anyways, let me get you that food. You guys are taking too much time, I want to make sure you guys are speedy.
That is
You
true.
guys are conversators. Anyways, so well, I'll tell you about H's for Ham another day. Sorry, I was only halfway through my reading of it. Go ahead. Take your books.
Thank you so much.
Hands you like a little scroll of the
We're trying
pre-manuscript
at
for
the time.
H's for
Oh my
Ham.
god.
A beehive fell in.
Do I really get
Yeah, yeah.
manuscript for H's for Ham?
Yeah.
Hells yes.
You get an early manuscript of H's for Ham.
Fabulous.
Wow.
I want this. So
This
bad.
is the magic MacGuffin that we're going to
This
need
is
in
the most
17 in like 70 episodes. It's gonna be the thing that unlocks the
Is
final
it a
episode.
magic item?
So, you get your stuff, you head over to the Arithmodrome. None of you guys have been to the Arithmodrome before.
I'm not gonna tell him about
Okay, cool.
it.
So, are you guys teleporting, wagoning? What we got going on?
I'm gonna attempt to teleport.
Sure,
Set up
we
to
can
teleport.
teleport.
Okay, I'm only gonna have you roll again because that's such a bad roll. You learned Primlock, but
Do
we'll
we
see.
all have to roll?
You guys haven't rolled yet for history, so let's get you guys to roll a history check too. I know.
History?
Yeah.
Hey. Hey.
Oh, I did okay.
Ooh.
Wait, oh no!
Can my friends be helping me? Because we're all together?
Do you try to go first or last?
Not first.
Not first.
Definitely not
Okay.
first.
Good enough.
Farrah's gonna try and she's gonna step again and she's gonna be like, sipping her coffee, like, okay.
Corduroy.
And then she's gonna say, like, she's got a 19, so.
19? Okay, yeah. Easy for you.
Just like, what was the word?
For Quandrix, you're going to Quandrix?
Yeah.
Quathu.
How do you spell that?
Quathu is spelled Q-A-T-H-U.
Q-A-T-H.
And after hearing that, can I have advantage?
Let me see how this person does. Essie?
I got a 15.
15. Okay. You're like, yeah, Quathu. Say it. Thump. They both got it right. I will let you roll advantage.
God.
To be being nice.
Yeah, that's much better. 12.
Okay. Quatha. Quathix. Quandrix? Oh. Kid next to you. Oh, Quathu. Oh shit. Quathu! It takes like another
Bless
kid
you.
going to. Yeah.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Yikes.
So you make it over? Alright, you guys all are at Quandrix. When you guys are at Quandrix, beautiful, beautiful campus. However, most of you guys haven't really been there much, right? And so you're already in the Arithmodrome, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you see these, like, you know in Avatar, the movie Avatar that's on Blue People called the Na'vi, you have like those stones that are kind of like floating rocks and stuff like that. There's a lot of that in the air. What's really weird is kind of almost Hunger Games fashion, you know, the clock setting, right? The place is constantly rotating. The center, the actual center campus of it is actually rotating. And these little floating islands. But there's these big, gigantic cubes of water. One way bigger than the rest. You've been told from brochure enough that that's the Arithmodrome. That's all I'm going to give you. So, you guys make it over to the Arithmodrome. What do you do?
Wow, Palasha would really like all of this water.
Who?
My friend Palasha.
Okay.
Everyone knows who that is.
Do I?
No.
Oh.
This is fair enough.
Yes. She's the mermaid at the carnival.
Okay.
And she's tattooed on my arm.
That's right.
So, did we ever find out how to actually get in this place?
I'm gonna make this like the theme song for Arithmodrome.
That's pretty good.
I think we need to expand our mind, and it's there.
Oh, I've got the perfect
I
thing for
fucking-
that.
Anyways, where's that Mallows lead?
So give me some weed. Sorry, not weed.
Mallards.
Takes a sip of coffee.
Generic insert drug name here.
Generic drug. There's also the trappy bark that could
I
work.
look around for a sign that Cassie or Astra might have left me.
Ooh, or there's the cactus thing.
Make a perception check.
Six.
You know, she would definitely leave a sign for you, and there's no sign.
Oh, shit. Hey, do you guys see... Astra left a sign. She always leaves a sign. Do you see a sign? I can't find it.
12.
You know, she's right. Astra would totally leave a sign for you guys. Can't see it. This is the Arithmodrome, right?
Hey Astra, you around here somewhere?
3. You hear nothing.
Yeah. Is this the Arithmodrome? We just don't know.
There's a loud hum coming from this gigantic cube of water, and it's not like sitting. It's like on its tilt. You know where it's on the edge.
I look for a door.
Look for a door.
Uh-huh.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Okay. I'm just gonna use a different die. A little better. No, not better. 10.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
You know, you're looking at it. This is a cube of fucking water.
Yeah.
There's no doors.
You know what, guys? I'm sure all we have to do is walk into the water. She did say that it would be whatever we wanted it to be. So if we think I want this to be a door, then it will be a door.
Let's link arms and do it.
Oh my god, that sounds like so much fun.
I want this
Is
to
there
be
anyone
a
to
door.
talk to?
I want
Oh,
this
yeah,
to
this
be a
is all
door.
right.
This will be a door. I want this to be
I'm
a
bold and
door.
brash.
This
I
will
go
be
talk
a
to
door.
the student.
I want this to be a door. We
So-
walk towards the cube.
All right. So you guys walk towards the cube. They vanish. You guys end up where you guys need to end up.
Yes.
They're gone.
Oh god! Oh god, where'd they go?
You went to go talk to someone, right?
Yes!
Okay. There
And I'm
is.
like, hey, me and my friends are trying to get. Oh god!
You see, as you're doing that, it turns around. It's Dorhan.
Thoron!
Oh, hey, how you doing, Vessi? Where's your sister?
Could be better. Try to find her.
Oh, well, there's no class, I don't think.
Looks
No.
at non-existent watch.
No, it's.
What's
A man after my own heart.
We're doing science in the Arithmodrome, and I can't find it.
Oh, the Arithmodrome. Oh, it's the big cube. Oh, just walk in.
What do you mean?
Oh, just you want me to show you?
Please.
Okay, I'll walk in first.
Okay.
All right, he walks in.
Thoron, it's so nice to see you.
Oh, hey, I was helping. Vessi?
I
He
take a
walks
look at-
back out.
I take a look at it. I'm like, I'm just gonna do it.
As you're like going to do it, he walks up. Oh yeah,
Bump
just
into
walk in.
I'm running full tilt.
He's like, oh, starts backing up a little bit.
Yeah, I tackle you
Okay.
on accident.
Yeah.
On
Accidentally on purpose.
You kind of run in. He's a really big guy, you know.
You're not
so-
gonna attack him.
Yeah, you kind of like.
catches you.
I definitely knocked the wind out of you because I have horns.
Oh, true. Yeah.
And
yeah.
also a strength of
roll athletics for me, just to kind of see how hard you go run into him.
Oh well, that's not so bad. That's a 12.
12. Okay.
In a rom-com, this would be your meet
Yeah,
cute, where you run into him and he like wraps his arms around
And how
you.
I become mortal enemies with my twin sister.
We can share.
Oh, that's true. It's a
So-
character played by Andrew.
12.
I don't do jealous characters very well.
So as you run into him, you do knock the wind out of him. He's an interesting height for you.
Oh, okay.
So it's just on your sister. Kind of picks you up.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Somehow I don't think I have that much competition anymore.
I feel like Faerun and kind of getting like, it was a door, it was a door, it was a door, it was a door.
So, inside. At first,
You
as
still
you're
have your
transferring through
weird
the water, you
dark
expect to get wet from the water. The water doesn't make you wet. No,
Oh,
moist.
that's so sad. Enemies to lovers still over here.
Thor honey there. As you walk in, this bright whiteness, kind of like,
Wow, like me?
the look.
Wow, thanks. Unbelievable. Can you
You're-
imagine?
You're
It
enveloped
makes me feel better right
You're
now. We're the
enveloped.
right way ones.
in Andrew. No, it's kind of like the loading screen in Matrix when they're like, doing the getting their equipment, how like just blank it is.
Mhm.
That's kind of the idea I'm going with the Arithmodrome. And so, do a persuasion check for me, see if you can get that ring.
I'm just thinking of that, like, when we were playing Lancer, when it's like, because this is fucking stupid, and that's just like, that's the thing. This is fucking stupid. This is fucking stupid.
To be fair, it was fucking stupid. I got a 13.
13. Okay. We just roll.
Okay.
You run into Professor Nev, and the ring is important to me. How about I help you? Does that sound fine?
Great.
I just don't want to lose it. I'm
Sure.
not saying that you would, but it is important.
Sure.
So
I just need a reasonably sized area where I can conduct a controlled experiment with a frog that may become a giant frog and a substance that we have, let's say, a small amount of information on.
independent lab room.
Exactly.
Work? Yes. Good. You see his ring is like a. Each ring's a little bit different. His is like a silver.
Let me move myself one of those fucking rings.
Was that?
I gotta get myself one of those
Yeah,
fucking
it's
rings.
silver with like blue topaz, like a light blue, almost aquamarine
Sure.
topaz that's just all around it, topaz. And so he goes, let's go over on this side, shall we? Twists it, closes his eyes, opens, and it just like almost panels, rearranging this matrix around you. You guys feel that you're in your own little dome within the Arithmodrome.
This is so fucking cool.
And he goes, I will sit over here. You should have any equipment you're looking for.
Awesome, thank you. I'll let you know if I need anything else. She's
If
gonna...
something comes out of hand, let me know.
Oh, I think you'll probably know.
That is fair. Peace be with you.
Thank
Also
you.
with you.
With your spirit.
And with your
What?
spirit, yeah.
Be pleased. Business.
Oh no.
Pound it, noggin.
I'm just-
You guys.
You have talked to any females lately?
Alright, so what you guys do? This is you.
You see, if you guys go in, and if you, I think this happened before you guys arrived, but I'm in the, before they got there, I'm in there with Timothy. I've got him in like a little, on like a table that has like a little terrarium on it.
Okay.
Like some, just like things you would put with a frog terrarium.
Mhm.
I'm like, all right. And he's just kind of smell the oily substance again. It's like, I'm not sure if you're gonna like this one, Timothy. And like I can tell he's like not purple.
Yeah,
And like he's probably also acting not as intelligent as he was before.
Yeah, no, he's
He's probably just a frog now.
Yep.
So you're just kind of like you're just kind of looking at him like, well, come this far, and she'll get a little petri dish. She'll put some of the freaking thing on it, and then she'll put it next to the frog, and just kind of like. And you probably see her doing this when you guys walk in.
Do I scare the piss out of Timothy when he makes eye contact with me?
Again, I think
make an animal handling check to see how well.
13.
13. Mixed reaction. There's that moment of and
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm like,
There's a sense of acceptance to it. Yeah.
Is that like the most reaction I've seen since I've been watching it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He hasn't been reacting that way with you.
And he's not eating the.
All right. So do you want to try it?
Yeah, I put it in the petri dish with him,
Okay. Cool.
and
So
I'm looking at him like this, like waiting for him to do something.
Really, just keep
This is-
feeling.
this is gross.
This is nasty. Is it?
Okay, well, that's about what I expected. The tension was great. All right, so when do they come in?
We'll say 25 minutes in.
Okay. It's like so like I'll be kind of like almost like disappointed at this point. Like all right.
Kept yours in a flask, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kept yours in a flask as well. Yeah, flask.
Oh my goodness, you started without us! That's very dangerous if it had turned into a giant frog.
I can handle one giant frog, I think. Also, I could just leave. So. Also, I was expecting it this time, so it's not like, oh my god, a giant frog is coming again.
oh my god, giant fruit.
So does it seem like it's working?
No, it doesn't. Were the frogs glowing before when we were racing them or no?
Yes.
Oh, when we were racing, they were glowing.
They were glowing.
Oh, okay.
But they had already eaten.
Right. Well, he's eaten a bit of it, but he's not glowing, and he's not.
You had Thorhan with you, right?
Did Thorhan come with him?
Yeah, that's
yeah.
fine. Yeah, because he was with you guys.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of just curious what's going on.
Sure.
Thanks. Yes, when I found them, they were glowing. As in, you already eaten, of course, when
Sure.
I found them. But Xanther said he found them glowing.
Okay, so if the same parameters were happening from last night, then Jimothy would already be glowing now, which doesn't seem to be happening.
So the goo is different now, and I sniff the goo, and it doesn't smell sweet anymore.
Ooh, it
And so
smells
I
raw.
taste the goo.
Okay, it tastes a lot like the first time you ever tasted it.
But the first time it still worked to do something, yes?
In what way? Sorry.
I don't know, it did something to the mimic?
It was applied to the mimic.
It was the byproduct of the mimic. Well, not byproduct in the sense of like after it died, but it was oozing from the mimic. Yeah. Sorry, maybe I'm not completely get your question right now. What are you trying to say?
You're fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So something about whatever this substance is. Clearly, it has a fairly short shelf life because even inside a stoppered flask, it's still
I open my
lost
smell
potency.
it.
Yours?
Mhm.
Smells rotten.
I hold it very close and I go, patron friend, could you make me some more goo, please?
Make an Arcana check.
Sure. Interesting.
Is there a what do they call the snarl? Is there a snarl in this campus? In this side of
On
the
Quandrix,
campus?
yes.
Quandrix?
Yeah.
I have a weird idea. What if we take this to the snarl and I use Cure Wounds on it?
The frog?
The flask.
The liquidy goo.
So, like, you think the goo is alive?
15. You
It's
close-
definitely not
close your eyes.
magical.
Oh, patron, you
Maybe
try
it's
to get
alive.
that same headspace. Nothing.
Oh, darn.
Ash is gonna write something like "goo alive?" question mark circle. I mean, I'm up for any ideas you are, because this clearly is not the results we were looking for. if we were looking for a giant toad result, I guess.
Yeah, it just looks like he's force feeding himself rancid angst.
I mean, can it be that much worse than like flies and junk? I don't know.
Well, yes, they're made to eat the flies. They're not made to eat nasty you.
He seems to like it. He also doesn't have anything else to eat, so that might also play into the situation that we're
really,
to.
really much.
Just kind of looks at you guys.
Like, all right, well, picks him up with Mage Hand, picks up Jimothy with Mage Hand. Like, all right, let's go, buddy.
This guy gets picked up like, whoa,
Yep.
whoa, okay. When you pick up a dog, it's just like, okay,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Let's go to the snarl then.
Just throw the freaking frog into the snarl, honestly.
You just throw the
We're just gonna walk it out and be like, we'll just wave to Neva like, we'll be back, probably.
You changed your mind about that frog real quick.
Nev looks to you all.
Yeah, because it was an interesting study
Should
thing, and now
keep
it's not.
this room ready.
Yes,
Rob,
please, we will be
yes.
right back.
I will wait.
Because I have another plan after the snarl.
Asher has a very set amount priority of, can I gain knowledge from what's happening here? No. This value of this individual has now greatly fallen.
No, it's no. Can I gamble here? No,
Yeah,
I'm not interested.
true.
Okay, we go to the snarl.
I can still, okay, we're at the snarl. I'm just talking about nothing at this point.
Okay. So, the snarl is located between. There's these water cubes, smaller ones. There's like 4 of them, making like north, south, east, west, essentially. And in the middle of it, rings upon rings of water lines. Water line. Almost like grid lines, but water. Just filling them.
Gotcha.
Kind of a rice garden-esque
Mhm.
kind of feel to it.
Like a
walk-
terrace?
Yeah. You walk into it, and there's a snarl, beautiful, bright. This one, azure in color.
These still give me the freaking heebie-jeebies, I swear. You should say heebie-jeebies in Gnomish.
Closer you get, more hum, more frequency and vibrations.
You can like feel the threads of the world here. It's very floaty.
I feel like my entire body is being shaken.
You should just
Shook?
kind of relax into it.
I'm shooken.
You should just kind
Is
of
it like
relax.
it's like a
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Yeah. Very
Well,
Om.
should y'all look at the vial of what's left of it? Because there's probably only like a quarter of it now.
Yeah.
And she'd be like... Mage hand it into the snarl.
Oh.
Anything particular with it? Just mage handing it in there?
Just leaving it in there for 15 seconds or so.
Okay.
And then pulling it out and seeing if there's any difference. If it like absorbs any of the snarl's energy. If it reacts in any way, really.
As the mage hand goes in,
Mm-hmm.
it fucking Big B's hand.
Okay.
It goes giant,
Mm-hmm.
and the flask increases in size with it.
Cool.
So you just have this very large
Mhm.
flask
Mm-hmm.
sloshing in there. Who in it?
Does it look like the actual liquid has changed at all?
It's in a flask. I mean,
Well, it's a glass.
yeah, it's
Okay.
it's black still.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. After about that much, I'm probably gonna have like trouble concentrating on the spell because it's kind of going a little.
Yeah.
So I'll pull it back and see
Okay.
if it goes back or if it stays as big.
Stays big.
Okay, so so there's Bigby's hand.
Yep.
And then a flask that's probably as big as I am now.
It's about 6 feet tall.
so it's
Bigger than you.
almost twice as big as long as I am now.
Yeah.
And there's
And the liquid has grown in size too.
Okay.
Proportionally with the
Right,
flask.
gotcha. And so I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna look at it. I'm just gonna you can see like the gears turning in her brain. Like, what do I do with this?
Yeah.
Is Thorhan still with us?
Yes.
He was like, science, you say?
Yeah. Science. I'm in.
She's kind of like, gonna look at it and be like, I hate to ask this, but Thorhan, could you give us a hand with this?
Okay. Let him do an insight check.
I'm gonna have Bigby pull the stopper out of the vial and see if we can smell if it smells sweet or it smells rancid now.
Okay. Okay, he rolled 22.
And I'm basically gonna stand on Bigby's hand and like have it lift me up so I can sniff the opening of the vial.
So he's looking at the vial. First of all, I just want to say it's fascinating how the mage hand became this famous spell, Bigby's.
It's pretty good. It's probably going off of either the construction of the spell or just my familiarity with like a hand to that kind of idea.
Orientation day. One of you made a tree.
Correct. The tree grew out of my druid craft.
Were you planning to make something nature-based?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm distracted by the snarl itself and its mechanics. It seems to amplify what was already there. Would also amplify the liquid.
That's what we were hoping for, yeah.
We found out, someone said Arkin said it was not magical.
It's not magical anymore. It clearly was at some point because the frogs ate it and became giant. So,
Okay.
It also smelled differently when we found it than it does now.
What if, hear me out on this, what if the liquid itself
Mm-hmm.
is actually not magical? It might have magical effect, something natural to it,
Mhm.
a natural effect, but has been augmented
Mm-hmm.
by someone to give it an extra effect.
Right.
I've heard of a substance, Eldritch Balm.
Eldritch bomb?
Eldritch Balm.
Okay.
It is natural. It is not actually arcane in nature, which would make sense with what he said.
Mhm.
However, if someone did augment it, it could have the effect of a snarl for all we know. Something so unstable that it could cause feral growth in nature.
So you're saying that this balm,
Yes.
which may be this liquid,
Mm-hmm.
is essentially portable snarl fuel
So,
or snarl effects?
yes.
Everybody make a history check. You with advantage.
boy.
That's terrifying.
Oh, I got an apple 20
Wow.
somehow.
Oh, so that's more.
My history check is a 23.
Okay.
23.
15.
Okay. 15,
12.
12, natural 20,
23.
23, natural 20.
Natural 20.
Okay.
We all know some shit.
This side.
Mhm.
Starts off with Thorhan and Vasi. You're close behind. Close. Very close behind. Vasi, you come up with a thought.
Nice.
What did Cotton say about her patron?
That he was talking to her, they were talking to her, and that they wanted to give it to Grayson. They don't like Grayson, and
You did say a lot. At any point, did you mention the big reveal to them?
The patron made the thing?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
I don't remember you saying it. But that's just
You
very-
didn't tell us that the patron made it. You said that the patron said that it was fine. Or implied as much anyway.
But I think they said it really, really fast.
Oh, well, maybe.
So, for whatever reason,
Chat, let me know.
for whatever reason,
Put it in the comments if
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
Cotton's patron made this substance. Now, what did they make? Did they make the modified, Or did they make this Eldritch Bomb? What if it's not natural? What if it's synthetic?
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, who's the patron? Why would the person be traveling to Witherbloom?
I mean, I have a.
And then third, and this is where you kind of chime in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This substance, is it arcane only when modified, like we said?
Mm-hmm.
Synthetic in origin.
Mm-hmm.
What if Eldritch Bomb was created by her patron and you could find that information somehow?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's a familiarity with this creature and the people of Strixhaven.
Mm-hmm. Clearly,
you guys take that information from there. I
Okay.
don't want to give too much without. You know,
Right.
I know it's natural 20s, but at the same point, it's like natural 20s to the best of your ability.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so essentially, Thorhan and Vasi make that connection.
Yeah,
I'm
your
behind them.
connection, and this is not like an attack on Vasi. It's more of your history check was more of what she was saying. Thorhan's is, what have I learned about Eldritch Bomb?
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, none taken. When Vass rolled a natural 20, I was like, this is gonna be a eureka moment.
Yeah.
And then mine was just like, well, I'm not sure what my history check was for. Was it just his things that I've
Putting
read,
the
I
two
guess?
together. Yeah, putting the two together.
Probably us in a feedback loop.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thorhan does not have that information,
Right.
so you're taking both
Right.
and putting
Okay.
them together.
Okay, cool.
So, anything we think? What's going on with all this revelation and lack of revelation? What we got?
Should we taste the snarl enhanced liquid?
Does the liquid have the sweet smell again?
It does not have the sweet smell.
Okay. Does it smell differently?
It does smell differently, yes.
Does it have a specific smell that I could identify?
Go make a nature or arcana check. Either one.
Well, you know which one I'm going to do.
Anybody who's smelling it can do the same.
Nature arcana.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna help, but maybe I'll roll another natural 20. I did not. 6.
I rolled a natural one.
Natural one.
I rolled a non-natural one.
That's so disappointing.
Rolled a 10.
What'd you roll?
6.
And
Non-natural one.
okay. Yeah, we screwed a bitch on that one. Okay, so you're smelling it, trying to identify. The best you can come up with is
Smells like shit.
sage that is overpowerful. Like, you know when a good smell becomes too much and it's like abrasive essentially at that point? It's like sage, and I love the smell of sage, don't get me wrong, you know, and like sandalwood. I love sandalwood too. Like, imagine those two smells together, but in such an impactful way that it's like burning. It's like a burning sensation,
I'm trying to think.
which is a complete difference from what it smelled like before.
I'm trying to think of a way that we can transport this without it losing its potency.
Okay.
Because clearly a glass vial didn't do it. Like, we did it and it lost its potency.
The cold might really help. Like, sometimes you crush up some ice and you put it in a bowl and then you heat up the liquid so that it gets kind of gooey and sticky, and then you kind of like swizzle it around on the snow and then it freezes into little shapes.
Okay.
And then it's a more stable thing.
Does anybody have any spells or know where we can find some ice? Also, we may need to redistribute this because I don't think lugging around a 6-foot flask is really gonna be tenable.
How long does Mage Hand last?
That's a great question, my man. 1 minute.
There's always
So it's
the
probably not bad.
Arithmodrome, or we could just make ice up here because we need it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you have a spell that can create ice?
Nope.
Does anyone have a spell that can create ice?
I do.
Thorhan coming through in the clutch.
It's powerful though.
I see.
Let me cast it away, and we use the effects of it.
Sounds good.
You see his hand go from here up, completely ice.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts speaking in Giant. And then he cracks his knuckles, and you can just hear the ice cracking as it does, and then sprays out his hand. And as he does that, ice just shatters and spreads in a cone.
I see.
It's called Frost Fingers.
I could have cast Chromatic Orb. I just now realized this.
That was so unbelievably beautiful, Thoron.
That was really cool.
Second tier, but it is it's powerful. I've heard it's a smaller version of Code of Gold.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Makes
make
sense.
ice candy.
Okay.
For about 15, I think it's 15 feet. Yeah, 15 feet cone, just frosted over completely in that area.
I was just gonna look at the giant flask, kind of look at like the entire thing on, pick out another root through her bag, pick out another flask that's normal sized, fucking mage hand it down, get a scoop of the
Get a scoop of that?
lid,
Okay.
pick it back up, stop her, and she's gonna kind of look at it. She has there's the backpack essentially, and she's kind of looking at the backpack and all her books and stuff. She takes the books out, fills it with ice, and puts the
Well, we could just
flask
do
in.
it here on the ice surface. We can just swizzle this out. It only takes like a couple of seconds to.
But how are we gonna move it?
And then you take it up off of the ice, and you have the little candies.
I think we have two different.
Hey, you don't
Objectives
actually, you
here.
don't carry the ice with you. You just carry the candy, and it's in a solidified state.
Is it still cold?
Well, I mean, putting the ice in your backpack is just going to make a puddle of water.
Eventually, until we get it to somewhere where we can keep it cold for a prolonged period.
Can I make a suggestion?
Absolutely.
Eldritch Bomb,
Mm-hmm.
found in Witherbloom.
Mm-hmm.
How much ice is in Witherbloom?
That is true.
Good point. None that I've seen. So maybe ice isn't the answer, but I'm not sure what other.
Maybe it needs to
Maybe
be
it's-
kept in a warm, damp environment.
Well, I mean, you had it in your cloak, right? That was, it wasn't particularly. How do I say this? It was covered, so
Mhm.
light wasn't getting in.
Mm-hmm. It was in my bag.
Yeah.
It was in a cool place, but it wasn't exposed to the elements.
Maybe it needs to be warm like an egg.
I mean, there is plenty left to get to.
You both in the Fae? Like, born in the Fae?
Of course.
Yeah. Sorry. Raised in the Fae?
Sure.
History check.
Ooh. I think that's an 18.
I just gotta remember you guys' backgrounds.
Yeah, 18.
13.
13?
18.
I also have a method to do this. If we want to go in my my actual background,
What do you got?
because I've got the Gamblers one, where it literally says, in downtime, you can discuss with the DM, figuring out the odds of the best plan and getting a solid sense of what choice is likely the best one and which opportunities seem too good to be true at the DM's discretion.
Okay.
So that would be, never tell me that's my Gambler feature.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm gonna give you guys information.
Mhm.
You're all getting it. And I'll lay out some odds.
Okay.
Okay? So, in the Fae, in the past, sometimes light getting through is not the only thing. Sometimes it's the material that's holding the substance. In your experience, bark has been used a lot, using almost wooden capsules. And the reason why is because for the oily substance, it naturally adheres to it. And so it's a way of just, the glass is so smooth, it doesn't catch into it, doesn't soak into it, doesn't keep any of its original component to it. So in the Fae, that's a thing that's happened. Specifically, bark skin potions and things like that are kept that way. Something to keep in mind. Cold is a very good substance to use. Think of the bag of colding, right? Is a good way of keeping things stored. Most liquids can be cold, but also light plays a huge part of it. Obviously, light is not playing into this.
Right.
So I think your guys' odds, if you will, are heavier towards bark due to the Witherbloom information.
Okay.
But cold has worked very, very well for many, many different substances.
So why not combine those two? And this is beyond the scope of Druidcraft. However, maybe I can make like an Arcana check to kind of like craft a little like capsule or like a basket of bark that kind of grows in.
Perfectly fine with Druidcraft being able to create something like this.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it would be too underpowered otherwise.
Sure. And like I'd take like a few minutes to do it. Like it's not like
This is right up Druidcraft alley. Like,
yeah. So like you just see me kind of like you see Astra kind of like with her hands open. She's kind of like got her eyes closed, and she kind of like you see little. And she like pulls a seed out of her pocket, and she kind of like steps. And she like does that, and you see it kind of like form around, and it just kind of like forms into like a little bulb flask.
Okay. Very cool.
Like, and then grows up, and then like almost like a tree stalk, a little like a tree trunk.
Uh-huh.
And then, but it's hollow, and so
Okay.
she kind of like, and she kind of like inspects it to make sure that it's like, it's not gonna drip out.
Yeah, it is beautiful. There is, due to your location, an amplification of the
Okay.
the spell casting.
Okay.
So another reason why Druidcraft would have been no problem. You're next to us.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Okay. So she'll take that, and she'll take the flask, and she'll kind of transfer it over,
Okay.
and then
Yeah, I picked
back
it
in
up.
the ice chest.
Okay. Yeah. So so you're combining both elements essentially.
So now it's in a organic material that it can bind to and not lose its, I guess, traits.
Yeah.
I mean, from that.
The glass is just super sterile, and the bark is so living and close to the earth. And sometimes it's just better to feel that sort of like energy.
Okay.
Astra's brain is like, but you want sterile because you don't want things to interact with whatever is in the flask. But she's just like, clearly the dark, like, no light glass didn't work. Let's try cold and bark. Why not?
It's frustrating, right? Because you've spent your time with potions and stuff like that, and I'm sure Hakuna had plenty around. You know, but like glasses always works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the go-to.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, if this doesn't work, then let's try something else.
Bottles, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like flasks, potions, they're all it's annoying.
But hey,
Yeah.
if that's their background, and I imagine they said that to me.
Yeah. Very
I feel
cool.
bad just expositioning over it like that, but
No, it's good. So
To be fair, in science, more effort than people realize goes into what can hold this safely and effectively. It is definitely a thing.
yeah. So with all that knowledge, you guys have something. What are we doing in the big flask? You just leaving it?
It could also be really good to have one more flask made of bark that's not on ice, in case the ice like makes it so that it's inert and doesn't work anymore.
don't have an argument against that.
You want a variable versus the control.
Bessie, do you have another seed? I'm just doing it for flavor.
Actually, we all got a bunch of seeds, I think, from something.
Okay, one more for the road. And she does the same kind of like presses down on the seed into her palm and it grows around her.
Okay.
It essentially tries to duplicate the thing that she just did.
The growth overtakes her. Now she's a tree.
What?
Roll a Constitution save.
He's rolling something.
Let's do. And this is for. It's not in Wiz or Charisma.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's 15.
Okay. As you grab the seed, and it becomes growing, and you're shaping it, and you're trying to make it a little bit more unique than the other one. You don't like the idea of repetition.
Right. Get some artistic license in there.
Yeah. Starts growing, shifting. You're controlling it, almost shaping it like pottery as it's going across. It's all good.
Okay.
Just wanted to fuck with you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now I've got one that's more like triangular and more geometric.
Yeah,
Just kind
so.
of merge the two kind of things where it's like it's geometric, but it's organic because it's fun. And she
Very cool.
puts it down, scoops up another one. She kind of like looks at it for a second to see what happens on the outside of the flask because she's just kind of dipping it into it. So like she's trying to see if like it sticks to the outside of the flask.
Ah, okay. So just trying to see if it will stick to the bark part of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. As you scoop it in, it's immediately kind of soaking in and like just kind of adhering to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so that there's it's adhering to the outside of the flask right now.
Yeah.
Frog.
Okay, so you kind of so the frog is good.
Maybe we should do this back in the Arithmodrome.
Sure.
Where it's all
right. Yeah. Right. No.
Immediately.
Okay.
Yeah. You can make a dex save if you want. To see
I'll
if
make a
you
dex
pull it.
save to like pull it away. That's 18.
That's funny. It's like tongue.
No, I'm sorry, Timothy. She's right. We should do this in the Arithmodrome. I know. I'll give you an extra juicy fly as a reward afterwards.
Fly.
There you go. See, it sounds like it never happened. Let's go. Alright, so we do that.
Yeah.
We go back to the Arithmodrome.
Okay.
Farrah's gonna stick around for a moment.
Okay.
She was gonna ask for.
Should we wait? Also, we do have to still deal with the giant thing, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell the professor.
Nev.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Nev that it's there.
So Farrah was gonna ask, like, hey Cotton, can I use a little bit of that fluid stuff that you have? And she like wants to like
Sure.
put some of it in like she's gonna
Did you take some?
I had
Oh, the previous one?
the previous flask.
the previous one, and I don't know if I have a flask. Yeah, I don't think I do. Do you have an extra flask?
Mine was just the water skin that I had,
the
so
water
if you
skin.
just call it your water skin.
Okay, we'll call it my water skin.
We
I'll
should
just-
probably buy some flasks.
Yeah, I probably should. And so she's gonna like
I hope nobody is surprised by the fact that Astra has flasks available.
she's gonna kind of like put some off onto her own, and then she's gonna kind of like hand it back, right? And she's gonna like walk over to the snarl, and she's gonna be like, "Still want to try this?"
do it.
And so she's gonna like cast Cure Wounds as a second level spell on the.
And this is in the snarl area?
Yes.
So on purpose, correct?
Yes.
Purposely, okay. Cure wounds on the flask of liquid. Okay. Make an Arcana check.
Drama.
15.
15. Okay. Your natural feeling of what Cure Wounds feels like doesn't feel like. This feels like restoration. It's almost like change your spell into greater restoration. Just so. The bottle vibrates. That pungent smell goes away. It doesn't become sweet, but it becomes earthy and almost like a spicy tea. Not in a bad way.
Well, so much for her not going to taste it now.
I do want to try a little bit of it.
You do?
It smells great.
It does smell good.
It's like, The curiosity
Looks
burns.
both ways.
Takes a little, like, a light little sip.
Okay. You take a sip. Cooler than you thought. Goes down. Sticks a little bit in the throat. Kind of like a syrupy. The consistency's not great. I mean, it smells better, but it's not the best consistency. Goes down like a thick molasses, right? Syrup, you know? There's a warmth to your body. I would equate it to something that makes you feel proud. That moment where like something good happens and your posture fixes itself, head's held high, chest out. There's a warmth and radiance to you. Mechanically, you don't know what's going on, but there is a physical change happening.
This tastes great.
Can I see and or arcanically understand what's happening?
There is a natural glow to him. Her. A natural glow. The glow for Farah. What color would you say is the color of most of your magic?
Probably like a lime green.
A lime green is a little bit of the glow that you're getting.
Are my tattoos like?
There is a sense of radiation, or not radiation, but radiant coming from them. Yeah.
I mean, not incorrect.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
Farah, you're like
That just means
glowing now. You
radiance
look
again.
so fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Oh my god, I'm actually glowing.
Oh yes, that's what I meant.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
It tastes like spicy tea.
Oh my goodness, yes, please.
Just a little sip.
Just a little sip. I just stick my pinky in. Okay.
Do we notice this is happening?
You guys started walking inside to go to the.
Can I have a perception check to realize they're not freaking following us?
You can make a perception check to see if they're not being followed. I will allow it.
Nope. 3 plus and whatever.
14.
14. They're not following you, but Astra's still going forward.
Yeah, I'm still walking forward. Astra is very much like, I gotta test this frog.
That is really good.
I'm sure they'll catch up with us.
Put it in your court. So you try it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I go to the restroom?
Yeah. Actually, I'll pause it.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Play.
It was a lot of laughing and doing dumb shit.
Hi, John. You're getting ready to pause. Okay, cool. Mickey Mouse.
Classic.
Gosh, before I even start actually playing where we're at, you were doing perception check. You said that you're gonna keep. They'll catch up to us.
Catch up.
You are now drinking the stuff.
I took a little bit of the stuff, yeah.
It's
It's spicy tea. How could I not?
Cotton, as you drink the tea, same feeling. That warm, thick, molassesy feeling, syrup going down. Not the easiest to swallow, you know what I mean? As this warm radiance spreads through, same thing. Pride. You naturally, if there was any doubt of what form you're in, immediately into your perky, cotton self, right?
So it's terrible.
Yeah,
Sad.
it's heroin. It's magical heroin.
As you get there, would you say pink, blue? What would you say is the color that represents your magic the best?
oh, like pink and blue and sometimes purple and lots of glitter and
Okay.
sparkles and maybe gold sometimes.
Okay. This
Black,
highlighting, and I really do like the word of highlighting it, of your magical inner power and beauty, comes off with this pinkish blue, kind of like the Caduceus dye from Critical Role, but there's a dark purple undertone to it. Very dark
Yeah. there is.
undertone to it. And it's kind of, your veins show this
Oh, yeah, they do.
beautiful color,
All the time.
almost sparkly veins. Your hair is vibrant colored right now. You are just naturally glowing every which rainbow color.
Legitimately terrifying.
Glowing and rainbow colored with
Once again,
sparkly veins.
Physically, you know something is different about your body. Mechanically, you haven't done enough to know.
Oh my goodness, I feel so good right now.
You look positively glowing.
I know, right? I
Oh my
feel
god.
it. I feel like we should just like start casting spells.
Kura's gonna cast light in her hand.
Okay.
My
You
So I
spells
guess
are all
in the
really
snarl
dark.
it'll be kind of crazy.
Are you guys staying out? You going in?
We should probably follow them to do science.
Fair cast light.
Oh, that's so pretty.
You cast what?
Light.
Light, the cantrip light.
You cast light,
My cantrips are all kind of mean.
but it's more than light. You're creating such a bright light from this hand, it doubles the power.
Just
Yeah, it's big. Yeah. It's not quite daylight, right? Because daylight's, fucking spell. But, like, it is powerful.
Because of the snarl or because of the spicy tea inside?
You're next to the snarl still.
Because
We should probably go do science now.
You guys make it back to the Nev.
Mhm.
He's kind of like, yeah. Oh, I was about to start packing up. I thought you guys had left. How did the experiments go?
Well, we've got stage 2 to the experiments here. We've tested a hypothesis. It didn't seem to work out, so we're starting anew. I should tell you, there is a large flask of...
Oh, what is inside?
and she-
Bourbon, whiskey, mead.
No,
Fish.
it's this, and she's gonna hold up the
Oh, is that like a nitro brew? Just kidding.
You can say that! In the most literal sense of the term. Sure. No, this is, I believe it's called Eldritch Bomb.
Oh, yes, I've heard of Eldritch Bomb. Synthetic.
Yeah, we found some, and we went to the Snarl to try and reinvigorate it because it had lost its potency.
Oh, you should talk to the Witherbloom professors. It was created by Witherbloom.
That's not true. And Ash is gonna be like, yeah, I kind of figured that, but I'm gonna test out my own experiment here because we're here and I want to see what happens.
Ah, yes, no, you go ahead. Eldritch Bomb, how much do you know about it?
If you give it to a toad, it'll get real big.
Oh,
Well, that's what happened last time they ate it.
that is not normal. That's something different. You sure you have Eldritch Bomb?
Let's find out.
Very well.
You want to come with us?
Yes.
Or just come on into the thing, and like I'm gonna put the Eldritch Bomb with like the stuff that's stuck to the outside, and I'm gonna let Jimothy go at it.
Okay. Starts looking at it.
I'm gonna put him down. I'm gonna take a few steps back.
Woom, woom, woom. Glowing purple.
Okay, that's a good start. That's what he looked like the first time we saw him. It took a little while last time as well, so we'll
I draw
see.
my sword.
That's so good. Just backseat it.
It's true because Jimothy is on the thinnest fucking ice.
Oh, this was. Did something happen after it?
Yeah, it grew up and it grew big
Was this the
and
one that was
tried
on
to eat us.
ice or the one that wasn't on ice?
Not
This is
on
the one
ice.
on-
This
This is
No.
thinnest. The thin.
No, the other ice.
Oh.
Other ice.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Thank you for clarification.
So the one that wasn't.
Took me a second.
And now this is the one that's not in my backpack.
Ah, okay. Well, it is, it seems to be consistent so far.
So
You
that's
said
all-
it becomes a giant toad.
So this is all that usually happens when it.
It amplifies. So Eldritch Bomb,
Mhm.
I don't mean to over-explain, but it is it enhances magical, but it also gives a system of magic resistance.
Mm-hmm.
It is quite powerful in honestly empowering potions.
Astra's going to look at it, and look at the toad, and look at Presser, and take a little thing like that, and look at it. And she looks like she's about to taste it, and then she holds it out to Bassy, because she did say that she would let her do that if she wanted to.
Okay. There is a slight glow to you.
It's definitely pink.
Okay. It's pink. It's clearly pink, right? But it's not. It's just, you haven't seen them yet because they haven't walked in. But for purpose of explaining the difference, way less of a glow to it.
Explains. I mean, that checks.
Do we walk in?
And so I can see her kind of like slightly glowing as well. I'm just like,
Oh, Astra.
it's okay. Deep breath.
Okay.
Will she become giant toad as well?
That'd be fucking sick.
Do we get
I'm
back
gonna turn
for
you
science?
into a giant toad.
You could try.
Do we
Sure.
get back for science?
Huh?
Do we get back for science at some point?
Yeah. I'll say you get back. So you're back. You're currently calming down.
It's okay. Look at
Oh,
me.
here's
Look
the
at me.
rest of the gang.
Oh, you made Jim
Thorhan
really
immediately
purple.
looks at you guys. Oh, whoa, you. They're glowing.
Somebody else. Yeah,
You're glowing.
seems like I'm not the only one that had that idea.
Okay.
And she's gonna like wipe off the rest of it off of the side of the thing.
Yeah.
Just to, like kind of clean it up. And she's gonna like kind of look at her hand.
Okay.
And then she's gonna like wipe it off on her.
Why are you glowing less? Did you eat less? Did you? Why? You guys are glowing a lot more.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, you are. Very much glowing.
Oh, see, Farah's goo smelled different than Astra's goo.
Wow.
I don't need to know that. It's you.
Astra is circling around the two of you.
I'm not paying attention. I'm looking at Timothy.
That's true.
The
How much did
thinnest
you?
ice.
How much did you guys eat?
Like,
He's
just
looking at
a
you.
little sip.
Really?
Yeah, it was like this delicious, like, spiced tea kind of thing.
It smelled different. It tasted different.
Sure.
It didn't taste. It didn't smell like this.
No.
She held out like the really like.
Oh, yeah, no, I
Potent
smelled that
one.
one. It's not.
Similar smells, but the difference is how potent the smells are.
Interesting. So like the less potent smell was
The more
potent.
delightful smell.
Hmm.
Kind of like something fermenting. If that makes sense. Something is the stronger the smell, the older it is. If that makes sense.
Ah. Okay. So Andrew brain is now.
Reinforcement.
I didn't
Yeah.
have it in there long enough. essentially.
Delightful smell. The
Okay.
better it smells, the
Well,
better it is.
Honestly, I'm kind of happy that it worked out this way because
You have multiple variables.
exactly.
So no snarl equaled nothing.
Wait,
Correct?
what did you just call me?
Sorry, Vasi. Multiple Vasis.
Okay.
That would be terrifying.
I got you. Don't worry. So
This
no,
guy's part of the fucking family already.
no snarl, no effect.
Mhm.
Little snarl, some effect.
To be fair, we didn't try to restore it without the snarl.
You cast it while using. You did Druidcraft,
I did Druidcraft in order to contain it within a.
but not to actually amplify.
I didn't amplify the actual.
This makes sense because snarl amplifies,
Mhm.
and you're amplifying something that amplifies.
Mhm.
This is very good. I know that Witherbloom created this, but this is very good for Quandrix.
I think everyone could benefit from this. However, I'm not so sure if it's safe. And she's writing it down.
Interesting.
Astra's face is clearly like concern, because she's like, well, clearly it'll be fine, but this is a problem, not because it exists, but because somebody is using it to do more than it's usually supposed to do, and they're out there doing some crazy shit. So it's not so much like, oh yeah, this is like a terrible thing that should be destroyed, but it's like someone's doing some crazy shit with this. Because no matter what we did, it didn't smell like fucking cherries and sunshine like it did before.
Yeah.
So like clearly some shit's going down. And Astra is not one to overlook that kind of thing.
So, you guys have never learned about Utter's bomb, or at least limited, yes. But you're saying that. Where did you acquire this Utter's bomb?
Yes. Remember the giant toads?
Yes.
Well, we found... Well, I shouldn't say we. One of our classmates found it behind the Fire Jolt Cafe. They found 4 glowing frogs that were eating a version of this that was almost like candy smelling.
Okay.
And about an hour or 45 minutes to an hour after they ate it, they transformed into giant frogs and attacked everybody.
Okay.
So this is why I am not so jumping up and down for an excellent discovery of whatever you said, Eldritch Bomb, whatever that is. Witherbloom may have created it, but what is it?
Well, how much do you know about Belladros?
How much do I know about Belladros?
Belladros Witherbloom, the founding dragon.
I mean, I'm taking Flame of the Founders, but it is only the second week, so...
So her power taps into the life force of all things.
Mm-hmm.
When she created Eldritch Bomb, she borrowed life force. Her own.
Okay.
Her own
Cool
life.
beans. Cool beans, everybody.
So, this bomb that we are using,
Mm-hmm.
it's shards, pieces of Witherbloom, if you think about it, right, in its basic outfit.
This is absolutely beautiful.
So the sludge is dragon.
Yes, but
guts?
dragon.
Mm-hmm. You see why I didn't want you to drink it?
Now here's the kicker though. In no way does it corrupt. It only amplifies.
For now.
So why did they become feral?
Someone is using it to corrupt.
And why is
There's
none of
some
your
wrong
variables not sweet? You said it was
He's
sweet.
fine.
Yes.
This is the frog.
I had an idea about that, and I pull out the alchemy jug.
Look.
And I sit down on the floor and I
Pick 'em up.
go,
I know how they feel.
black, sweet
It's
goo
fine.
from my patron, yes. And I see if it makes the black goo.
So your alchemy jug, you're trying to create the goo.
Because it makes different liquids, and sometimes it'll make special liquids.
Okay.
And maybe it just won't make this one.
Okay.
But maybe it will.
You concentrate. Eldritch Bomb. Patron. It does.
Is it sweet?
No. It's like theirs.
Still a potent.
Not
Overly herbal?
overly herbal. Not the good herbal.
Okay.
So it requires refinement. Interesting. Okay.
So this is cool jug, by the way. This is an alchemy jug.
Yes.
Very fun. Very awesome. So you created. This is not the sweet smell. Yes.
No.
No.
This is your smell. This is the smell of your.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Yours smells better. Yours smells better than hers. Okay. So, putting that logic together, there is corruption going on. Have you talked to other professors?
Ruksa is
Good.
We've talked to him about it. We haven't obviously shared the findings. We just now got. But
Sometime this 10-day, find time. I
Okay.
will speak with the other professors at Quandrix.
At the very least, I'll see him on
Even my brother.
the fourth 10 day, or the fourth day 4.
Very well.
You want to say Thursday? Like it's not Thursday.
It is about time you go to your last class for the day, yes.
I'm done with the classes for the day.
I thought you guys have class,
I have a club.
lunch, class. Am I wrong?
I
We
could
do
have a
third class
club.
already?
No.
I don't
There's
have
no third class.
Not on day 2, but I do
Shit,
have rest.
you guys just have the, what do you call it?
The 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
the
we
2
could,
days.
pick up and do clubs.
I just want to get through the day 2, the montage shit of day 2. So montage day 2 real quick. Finishing it up. Oops, sorry, wrong thing. So when you go, there's 2 extracurriculars that we have today, right?
I might have missed
One
mine.
is wrestling, and the other one is yours, which
I
is
might have missed my horticulture club at this point. I don't know.
is it which block is it? The first block after?
The one right after lunch.
You would have missed horticulture, so we're gonna have to skip horticulture and go straight into wrestling, which is the second block after. So you would have made it in time for this one. Okay, close. I mean, you're cutting it close, right? You show up, Arkham and Nexus, they're already stretching when you show up. Okay. All right, we got to get into all our positions. We're going to be starting to work on technique. How to counter grapple, how to counter this, how to counter that. So you're just learning all the different types of grapples. Okay, do an athletics for me real quick just to see how you did. Try and keep your status as numero uno.
17.
17. You're number 2, right under you. Also got a 17. Melthorn's catching up a little bit. You're still on top, if you know what I mean. But like Melthorn, he's catching up a little bit. You know, they're doing pretty well. Greta's staying confidently in 3rd. 4th and 5th are much still. She's staying pretty much where she is. Other than that, you guys, long day, counters over counters. I mean, from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu kind of feel to like judo tosses. I mean, you were just countering. Your body has hit the ground more times in a burpee session. You know what I mean? Like it's rough.
Do they teach you how to take a bump? You gotta.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
When you get thrown in martial arts, there's a way to fall onto your back to where you don't take a full impact to your spine, and it's by hitting both of your arms to your side, so that 1, your impact is spread out over a larger area, and 2, your spine contracts into your body so that you don't impact your spine. It impacts the muscles on your back.
Bessie absolutely knows how to do that.
Lesson for everybody.
Days
2nd degree black belt.
Days 3 through 6 go on between you guys, trying to learn more, talking to professors, stuff like that. Classes are exactly what they talked about. You guys will be learning that week. Pretty good. You guys get assigned your homeworks and stuff like that. So we'll pick up on day 7 the next time.
Awesome.
Sound good? So we'll pick up on lab day with anything you guys want to run for that weekend and stuff like that, just so we can kind of zoom into the next week after.
Sweet.
So that seems like a good stopping point. Once again, stopping right at that like day 7 area. Anything that you really, really want to get done, for example, like on here, I have Mordekainen and stuff like that. We can do some stuff for that on the next.
That sounds fine. The only thing that I wanted to do before we leave is I didn't get. I don't think I got money for doing the tutoring. Did I?
You should have gotten. It arrived. We said it came in your guys' little mailbox thing.
Okay.
The only thing you haven't done, you probably want to do, is talk to Mavinda and or Magnus to get more money because you've been doing extra tutoring.
Sure.
So you can maybe work out a deal there. So other than that, that is what I have for you guys. Hopefully it was enough fun for you guys. Like I said, we'll start off at day 7, and anything you guys absolutely wanted to get through 3 through 6, like things. The biggest one is that Mordekainen ranking battle. We want to get to on day 6.
Definitely.
So we can actually, if we want to say, we're stopping right on the duel.
That's
battle. Okay.
Yeah,
day 6.
that sounds. We'll pick it up on the duel.
Yeah. So that's where we'll pick up, and I'm gonna have you guys, just like we did the Mage Tower. You're gonna be, or the wrestling. You guys will be playing the combatants.
Love it.
In the Mordekainen. So I'll give you guys cards for that. So that's good there. How are we feeling? Feeling good? You
Bring
found out who your patron is?
Yeah, I was gonna say it was Witherbloom before, but I was like, let's keep some of the mystery for like a reveal. And it's like, no, it's Witherbloom.
Yeah. Do you not put that
I should
together?
not put
What?
No.
I was wondering why I wasn't getting much.
I was typing up my science reports.
No, I got that like immediately.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Oh man.
Well, almost not disappointing, but
Well, now I'm excited. But
okay. Oh, I think you say now I'm disappointed.
I thought you were gonna say now I'm disappointed too.
Yeah. Well, cool. That was a lot of fun. Sorry, that was a late session, but we got through it. The cool things I think for us really is kind of finding more about this eldritch bomb that it is, and going from there and doing everything. With that being said, we have
The
some people.
MacGuffin.
Was that?
The MacGuffin.
Yeah, we want to look at say thank you. I can speak to Sirenscape. Musics were really fun to play for you guys. I used a lot of Alexander Nakaranda's stuff as well. I'll make sure I credit all that stuff on YouTube. He has like a lot of free use that you can use, and it's so good. Anything you want to say about the contacting us? All that stuff?
Yeah, you should contact us and check us out on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and obviously YouTube and Patreon because we're pretty awesome, I think. I'm not biased at all. Yeah.
You get high res nonsense on Patreon.
That's true. And if you join us on Patreon, it will make John edit more videos so that you can have the additional content that we promise you. Because you'll totally have it as soon as John edits it. He just needs a reason, really.
A patron would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, light a fire
I need
under
Witherbloom.
John's butt and make it work harder, edit faster.
And also, you should absolutely be aware of breast cancer this month.
Yep.
Even though this is the end of the month. But, yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Anything else from anybody? Any announcements? Anything?
Get your tits checked out, gals.
Guys too.
Sure, true.
Everybody.
Good point.
Everyone should get their
No.
tits checked all the time.
And Razor going to
Not all
Playoffs.
the time. There are some times when you really shouldn't check your tits because
and
it
hockey
might
starts
be
soon?
misleading.
Hockey starts. Well, at this point, hockey has started
Hockey has
like
started.
3 weeks ago.
Hockey has
However, in this
Meat space.
time space, well, in meat space, yeah. Well, it's all meat space. But
in current
in
day
this-
meat space.
in the current time stream, it's 1 week from yesterday, I believe. So
Before the vortex warp.
Hockey will have started, guys.
I'm
Already.
gonna be. You're gonna fucking get peak me talking about some dumb hockey bullshit. So congratulations on that. You're welcome. Also.
All right. Can we roll it?